Breathe in doubt, doubt. I will let you in doubt.
So what are you guys doing right now?
Well, going through all the kit, getting it ready for presentation for the inspection tomorrow. So all this is rowing kit, safety kit, medical kit will be in here. We've got some other people coming to talk to us now as well. They're going on Facebook Live, I think. So.
Yeah.
Tell us your individual names.
I'm Gary Richards.
Hello, Gary.
Yeah, I'm Stuart Shepherd.
Stuart.
Stuart Richards.
Stuart again.
Martin Skian.
Martin, hello. Nice to meet you all. So you all know each other from before doing this, or?
Yeah, we're all local. We live within about 45 miles of each other.
Something. What are you excited about?
Nothing.
Well, he's not. I am.
Being here to start with. Getting here. It's an exciting journey just to get to the start.
Yeah.
What it's going to be like out there? I mean, how many people are going to sit in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean on a rowing boat with their friends? It's like.
Yeah. So what's your unique selling point? What stands you out the most? Oh, awesome.
So that's quite a unique selling point for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, we're just close friends, aren't we? Living next to each other, so we've known each other for such a lot of years. There's a lot of crews sometimes meet when they're starting to do their training, where we've been together for a long time, so it'd be nice to actually do something like this together.
See if we still are in 2 months' time.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
Have you got anything kind of in your back pocket just in case things get a bit, go a bit pear-shaped and you start falling out with each other?
Rub his phone number out and we contact. Stuart, my brother, is visually impaired.
Ah, okay.
So he's our secret weapon.
He's our secret weapon.
Yeah, so I think he's only the second visually impaired person to do this
Yeah.
as well. So I think there's a guy from the Navy back in the
We are
90s.
going from here to Tenerife, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Yeah. That's what we told him anyway.
Brilliant.
Oh, great, so we won't be long. On the chart we showed him, and he looked not very far on the chart, so he was quite happy with that. We said, put your finger there, that's where we're starting, that's where we're finishing. Oh, that's not very far.
So Stuart, how do you feel about doing this?
I'm excited. I've been at times anxious, a little bit nervous at times, but I'm excited as well. So I'm not concerned about my sight. I'm just concerned about the row, really.
Yeah.
Well, I've done a lot of various rows and things, so it's not completely new or alien to me. But obviously, on the scale like this, is massive compared to what we've done before.
How long have you been visually impaired?
30 years now.
Okay.
I lost my sight when I was 22.
22. Okay.
It's been a sort of long journey for me as well. From then, feeling quite isolated and a little bit losing a lot of things when I lost some of my sight. Slowly rebuilding my life
Yeah.
and going from one little adventure to another, and it seems to have escalated in sort of 25 years to this point.
And he's dragged a couple of people along with him.
Yeah.
So
Good.
it's been interesting. When you first lose your sight, you do feel not useless, that's the wrong way of putting it, but you do feel like you've lost a lot of things you can do. But you soon, with help, I had a lot of help from the RNIB and friends, which you start realising there are ways to do things, and you can do a lot more than you first realised. So to the point now where I don't feel any different to these lads, really.
Great.
So.
And he won't know if there's only him rowing, because we'll just sneak off, get our heads down.
Sneak. I think he might know. He'll feel the
I'll know,
difference.
don't worry, I'll know.
I don't know, he says we don't row as good as him anyway.
There you go. So he's your secret weapon. Will definitely get you across the
I
ocean.
think so, yeah.
Where to, Gary?
I'm just getting some Velcro down, sorted. We're going to Velcro this on so we can take it off if we want to have a little look out. We can peel it back, have a little view. Look at me rowing, see my technique. Look at the chap's technique.
Maybe you learn things here.
I think it's too late for learning down at our age.
Sitting on a scavenger hunt of sorts, and it's to collect pillows from the teams. Do you mind saying hello to my wife?
Oh, of course.
Especially laying on any accent you've got really thick. She love the corn
Oh,
eggs.
you can get like a what I'm doing, chap. Yeah, Stu. And we're in the final stage of tidying it all up, so we're actually ready to go. So we're hoping that Ben can get there within a few days' time. So I'm going to pass you around the team. So good morning, good evening, wherever you are at the moment. I'll pass you on to Martin next.
Hi Karina, I'm Martin. Very good to meet your husband. Hope you're safe and well at home and not missing him too much. He'll be back to you pretty soon.
Hi Karina, I'm Stuart Richards. You might have seen my fiancée Tanya on Dog Watchers. I'm sure she'll be pleased to meet you as well. She's a little bit worried about me. That's not very nice, they're all saying they're worried about me, but that's not true. But, good to meet your husband Ben as well. Hopefully see you in Antigua.
Hello, Karina. I'm Gary. I'm Stuart's brother. And I'm very worried about you. And you can see we're sponsored by, well, no, we're not sponsored by, we're collecting for Seven Hospice and the RNIB. And we hope to meet you soon. Probably won't meet you soon. When's you coming, Ben?
Antigua.
Oh, we'll see
You got to
in
hang out for a
Antigua.
while and wait for us.
They won't be that slow, I'm sure, Karina. But no, I think we're all in safe hands here, Karina, so it'd be nice to meet you.
Nice
Thanks,
collection,
all.
Ben.
Great, Ben,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Appreciate it.
What would you rate out of 10, Stuart?
3.
Ooh, 3. What are you saying, Gary?
Very, 3's a bit much, it's a bit dry.
What are you saying? What
I agree. Three is about the best it's going to get.
are you saying?
I'd give it more than that. I'd give it 5 or 6.
I think it's radio. Just to be sure, if these 3 end up drunk or anything, I can't use it. I'm very sure I can. I'm heading for 70. What are we heading for? 71?
71, yeah.
I'm waiting for just to see if, in theory, that's the main.
Stuart, I'm on channel 71.
Oh, he's there, look.
My name. So sign your name.
Sign name. Oh, it's got a sticker stuck to me.
Yeah, that's because you're 3M. Don't write over mine. So below my hand there. Right. There's your limit. Don't write
Am I
over my
signing my name or just writing
your
it?
name. Signing it.
How do you
Just an
spell,
X.
how do you
Fucking
spell
X.
Stuart?
There you go.
Yes. Hi, Stu.
You're looking comfy down there, getting used to it.
Nobody's about, are they?
Let's make it a little bit more realistic. Rocking.
Well, I think I'll be fine. As long as it's been cleaned before I go. There's worse places to go with it. I'm used to the building side of a bag.
How do we know which bucket's which?
There's the one that's yellow you shit in, the one that's yellow you wash in, and one that the spare yellow one you use for everything else.
Drinking out.
So it's easy, really.
That sounds quite simple.
Yeah.
We are, Dan, we are.
The thing is, if you've got a yellow bucket, don't drink out of it.
Does it really matter?
Well, I'm not drinking out of it.
The other bucket.
No, I wouldn't drink out of it, won't I?
Why not?
You can wash it, okay?
Or in a shitty bucket.
You've got to clean shit out.
Yeah, but
Just gonna leave it in there, you sling it overboard and you're done.
Is that why we got 3?
We saw 3 logs come sailing by, come sailing by, come sailing by.
how's your cabin cleaning going?
Very good. Julia would be proud of me.
Oh, give you a drink.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, she'd be proud of me. Very neat and tidy and neat. Let's come and have a look at this, how perfect it all is in here now.
How have you optimised it? What's been your strategy?
Main thing is obviously trying to get everything in a place where you can still get to it, but you get it to it in the order of importance, because you don't need everything. Some stuff you need every day, other stuff you're going to need for certain situations. So what you don't need on an everyday basis, you try and tuck it away so it's not in and obstructing everything. The rest of the stuff you try and keep close to you. and then just figure out where you're going to keep it so that you can keep it in order and you can find it straight away in the dark. If you have to, if we lose lights, we're going to be able to know where things are. So we're gradually getting there now. It's probably the best I've seen this cabin since we got the boat. So quite pleased with it. Got a lot of stuff stuck up on the walls now. Looking really good, really pleased.
What was your highest priority thing that you wanted to make sure you could get?
We've got to make sure we get also these electronics. Can't put anything in the way of those. We might need to drop this panel off, so we can't obstruct that in any way whatsoever. And then just where you're going to put your food. So snack packs that you're going to have during the day are going to be in here. Water, pea bottle.
Jelly babies.
Sorry?
Jelly babies.
Oh, absolutely. Jelly babies are the key thing. You know, we're individually sticking them up on the wall so we can count them as the days go on. And then we've got the charts over on the left hand side, or port side, sorry everybody. So port side, we've got the charts that we're going to be marking our progress on every hour. We should mark up on the chart where we are, our position. And then we've got the charts for when we get into Antigua. Here, emergency procedure leaflets are up on the wall. Same here behind me, we've got emergency call procedures, call signs. Which is Mike, Juliet, Juliet, November 6th, if our call sign is correct. And that's it now, just keep it simple. Don't overburden us with lots of gear. Gary's makeup bag obviously takes a fair bit of space up.
Sorry, Skip.
Yes?
You were saying?
Your makeup bag, that's obviously a big item in here.
His hair dryer.
Hair dryer, hairbrush. I think I've got the Dyson hairdryer in here for you now.
I think you're better off the Dyson Hoover me up.
Going through my kit now and sorting out what I do, what I don't need.
What's the general consensus of what you need and what you don't?
You don't need very much, and that is something I need to try and
come to terms with.
Yeah, I've got too much here.
I'm like that though when I pack. Well, I don't normally have to row with it, so.
No.
Doing a bit of cleaning, a bit of making sure we know where everything is really. All over the place for a minute, but there's a disco as well at the same time.
Your head banging.
There's ACDC, isn't it? This is my complete set of dining cutlery. Plate, mug, rather plate, dish, bowl,
spork,
and a spork, spare one, yeah. If I lose that, a replacement. That's
and if not, your hands.
Not much washing up or anything, but 45 days is there. Not a lot of looking after that.
What's it? It's stuck in your cabin.
Alright.
Or your ass.
Yeah.
So it's got a nice big one so I can read it.
I'll give that to well up there.
Yeah, it's sticking there.
It's 30 degrees.
Is that out the cabin or that's not? It's 38 here, is it sure?
What's your favourite tank plastic?
Oh, absolutely, the one with the white on the bottom. Yeah, but red with the white on the bottom. With red with the, no, you're lying, yours is the cherry.
Mine are the cherries.
Oh my god, I love a cherry. Yeah, no, I cannot have a cherry.
Many hours later.
We're really good as a team because what she likes, yeah. And you'll have the... It's like half and half, do you know what I mean? Well,
is it just you two on the water?
It is.
That sounds fun.
It is going to be really, 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 really fun.
Is the aerial working now?
I know, because it's not fitted yet. We have to like drill it in.
You have to do what, sorry? Is that the technical term?
Yeah, that's an ocean rowing term that is for drilling on the boat. Okay. Gary would know what I meant.
Loves a good drilling now, Gary.
I'm not drilling Gary at all.
What's these innuendos now?
Yeah, I've not got any innuendos. Well, what we're doing now tonight, we're kind of just messing about now. Just anything we can think of, we're rechecking it. we got the fenders out ready. We're going to get in the water tomorrow, and then hopefully, what day is it today? Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
So Tuesday we can actually get on the water and go and have a practice run, which would be nice.
Will we?
Yeah, I think sometimes we can do. Yeah.
I thought we got to wait till everybody was in.
Yeah. We do. Well, that'll be just about everybody except the Americans, won't it? And they haven't even got their boats here yet.
No, I reckon it'll be.
You're just like that. You always start your food before everyone's come. You just like that. Let them get the boats in before we try.
I reckon.
It's just a quick one here now.
I think we're all getting a bit itchy to get going, aren't we now?
Yeah.
You looking all right, Mars? Stuck in?
What happened to them? Oh yeah, their seats went. So the bearings and the wheels and their seats went, so they rode arms only for 1,000 miles. Arms only, that's fucking mental. Yeah. I mean, you basically only, 1,000 miles, third of the race. Just arms, that's, bonkers. Yeah, but not having a rudder, no.
That's a new solo.
Yeah, that's hard. That's real hard.
Chap rode the last 1,200 miles without a rudder.
Yeah.
Anyway,
steering, pulling one oar faster than the other, harder than the other.
No way.
To make himself turn. Mad, isn't it? I wouldn't like to be doing.
Was he by himself?
Yeah, solo. Nice. I wouldn't like to be 12 miles like that. It might be 1,200.
That's insane.
I'm choosing.
The thumbs up now.
Oh, which of these?
Don't have spades.
Stu, who do you think's going to win?
The ace of spades, that is right there, the corner of the four.
Pick which card to be trumps. Just point to one.
I want to throw that card away.
That one, okay. I'm not going to let you know which card that is, I'm going to move them around, so trumps are clubs.
At least I've got one trick.
Go on then.
I could have two.
You got a one trick pony, you are. King.
We got a queen now, have you?
What have you got there?
Ace. Three of hearts.
Queen of diamonds. You. He's unbeatable tonight, isn't he?
Oh,
Card sharp.
Coming to crisp.
Oh,
Starving.
I can't believe it.
Well, for one more.
What are we playing this time then?
I quite like that one. Stop the bush. That's a nice one.
What, so stop the bus twist? Right, remember like the game of it is to get the right trumps, okay?
And you're not allowed to change him halfway through an hand, are you?
I don't think we did that.
I believe you did
I
that.
don't use your eyes, but not your ears.
Right, trumps are
Lady down there, please.
clubs.
God, you're joking.
We're not joking, they are definitely clubs.
There's no jokers in this pack.
That can't be right, surely. I must have.
He likes to keep his cards close to his chest there, doesn't he?
Quite literally.
It's alright for them, isn't it? They can see what they're doing with it. I'm gonna go with. What
That's what
have
we
I
make
got?
it up.
Anything above 3 here? 9 of
Yeah, that's above the
Them.
3. 9 of spades.
clubs, trumps, aren't they? Nice major.
Queen of spades, Stu.
7 of spades, Gary.
Thank you. King of spades, Stu.
10 of spades, Gary.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, what you got here?
A spade. If you haven't got one, remember
No,
to
I
play
haven't
diamond.
got. No. Clubs are trumps.
He was a celebrity this morning, he's hiding behind his video.
Hang on, clubs. 8 of hearts. Smeghead.
8 of spades.
Jack of clubs.
Jack of clubs, you're joking.
I was joking, I just said the queen of, like fruit machines or something. Ace of diamonds.
6 of diamonds.
King of hearts.
King of hearts.
That wins getting up again, isn't it?
King of hearts.
Yeah, king of
8
hearts.
clubs.
3 of spades.
I'm going to win a hand with the 2 of hearts.
Yeah.
Hang on, do you put a club on that? And I played the king of hearts.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so get that back here. Thank you very much. Give me your two.
Give me my club back. I fell around there.
You didn't have a club?
I did. 5 clubs. That's good.
Right. Oh, so did you play in 5 clubs?
No, because keep that me last time.
Oh, right, okay. So then 7 of diamonds.
Hold on, what's going on there?
You got to play your club. Right, that's right. Yeah, Swiss banger.
That's what he's trying to do. Last time he backfired on it.
You did, yeah. We're
trying to
sort this time. Yeah.
I'm going to concentrate now. So I'll put 2 sugar in. 4. Getting easy now, I've got less cards to try.
Well, it is for me as well, but I need one more because we meant to have 6 each.
Oh, I've got 7. Do you want one of mine?
No, hang on. You got one here. He's pretty hiding one down here.
Oh, Trace. So I am. Oh, that's a quite handy card as well.
You're just going to go for a
Thank you.
regal,
All right.
Regal.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll have clubs then, please.
Oh, you can't have clubs.
I can.
He can have what he wants. Clubs. What are we playing then?
Clubs.
Yeah, but
Sure. Well, whist we're playing. Knockout whist. Sure, gives Gary to go. Oh, he dealt to you.
Is it?
Yes.
Queen of diamonds.
There's really nothing missed out here, is there? 8 clubs.
Queen of diamonds.
You've got to pay diamonds if you've got one.
I haven't got a diamond.
Hold on. What have you played?
8 clubs.
80 clubs.
Right, you play the 9?
Clubs. No. I'm going to go.
You have to play
Just
diamond.
making sure. Clubs.
Diamond was lead.
That's a spade.
You have a diamond?
No.
That's a spade.
Yeah, it's alright. Well, he can't be
clubs
the
are
clubs,
trumps.
can he? So he's thrown away.
I'm just checking.
You must have a pretty shit
Oh,
on
okay.
Don't want to drop another bollock.
9 of hearts.
9 of hearts. Now I can do better than that and go with the ace.
Oh, I can do better than that. 3 of clubs. No, Jack of hearts, sorry. 9 of spades.
8 of hearts.
Oh.
4 of clubs.
Oh.
4 of diamonds.
9 of clubs.
Oh. Right, you 2 have to cut. Ace low, high takes.
You have?
No, I'm not out. I've got one. See, win.
What is it? Ace high takes?
Ace low, high takes.
I can say. Say major. You're not shuffling?
No, you know what these are. You know you're not going to get the Jack of Spades again, don't you?
Yeah.
I'd pick one of them. I'd pick one of them.
What? The 4?
Yeah.
4 of the 4.
Do you want me to point to the card? Just shuffle them up and I'll pick one randomly.
Diamonds.
Oh, that's not shuffling them up. You just did it yourself.
Well, just shuffle them up in the rain with diamonds.
You 7 and 8 on.
Is you?
It's
I get
it's Gary to go down
Depends
first.
how he goes now, doesn't it?
You're going to put the 8 of clubs down.
8 clubs.
Trumpet. Now I could win it with a 3 of hearts.
Oh, 4 of spades.
You did indeed win it with the 3 of
With
hearts.
a 3.
I think you've had me trousers down there.
Let's go.
I haven't seen who it is yet.
1, 2.
No, I'll do the counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. On Shropshire's we'll try that again because it's counting is not my forte. We'll try 1, 2, 3, 4. On Shropshire's plain where we do dwell.
Heave away, haul away.
Stands Wrekin Hill, we like it well.
We're bound for English harbour. Haul away, you Wrekin boys. Heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear us sing. We're bound for Antigua.
To row the ocean we do dare.
Heave away, haul away.
Tossed around from here to there.
We're bound for English harbour.
For 7 hospice team of care.
Heave away, haul away.
All our efforts we will share.
We're bound for English harbour. Haul away, you Wrekin boys. Heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear us sing. We're bound for Antigua.
In dark of night, we're not blind.
Heave away, haul away.
A clear course we will find.
We're bound for English harbour.
A fight for sight we know well.
Heave away, haul away.
We'll pull our oars across the swell.
We're bound for English harbour. Haul away, you Wrekin boys. Heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear
us sing, we're bound for Antigua. Nelson's dockyard far away, heave away, haul away, from round the Wrekin we will stray, we're bound for English harbour. Haul away, you Wrekin boys, heave away, haul away, you'll hear us sing, we're bound for Antigua. Haul away, you Wrekin boys, heave away, haul away, you'll hear us sing, we're bound for Antigua.
So you
We missed one verse now.
Who did?
I did.
Right.
Haul away, you'll hear us sing, we're bound for Antigua. In dark of night, we're not blind, heave away, haul away. Clear course we will find, we're bound for English harbour. Our fight for sight we know well, heave away, haul away. We'll pull our oars across the swell, we're bound for English harbour. Haul away, you Wrekin boys, heave away, haul away, you'll hear us sing, we're bound for Antigua.
Well done.
Just about.
Are you going to dance like that in the blue water?
Gary's mating dance.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's why it never fails. I can understand why it never fails. Yeah. When you're down the Black Swan on a Friday night.
Big vehicle behind, or something like that, and everything.
Bit rowdier than you thought, Gary, huh? Huh? Those paces are slowing a little, huh? All the way, Wrekin boys. What's the secret to perfect brew?
Well, Dan, to be truthful, at work we have builder's tea. You just put all the tea and all the milk in, put the sugar in. If you don't want sugar, don't stir it. If you do want sugar, stir it. Everybody has the same. It's a one-stop cafe, our canteen is.
Very good.
Maximum efficiency.
Maximum efficiency.
What's going on, Gary?
Oh, great deal at the moment, Dan. Last year's going worldwide, I think. Oh, it's trying to.
I'm like a mirror to the world.
Bit of media exposure for us, for our charities, so it'll be real good.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I lost my sight nearly 30 years ago, and I suppose it's part of it's a long-time rehabilitation to sort of, I've done various things, and after losing my sight I felt I couldn't do a lot, and I've gradually worked up to this point. And I think this possibly is my last challenge before I probably grow old quietly. Seasickness, a sore backside, and being away from home for so long, really. We're going to be 45, 50 days possibly on the ocean. Yeah. Well, we're raising money for the RNIB, which obviously is the Royal National Institute for the Blind, and Severn Hospice, the local hospice to where we're from Shropshire, Telford, which is the local hospice for us. And we are actually gay. We're not the Wrekin rowers, we're Wrekin rowers, which is a small hill close to where we all live. Yeah. Doesn't sound good, the Wrekin rowers, does it? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, well, I've got my brother Gary and 2 friends, Stuart Shepherd and Martin Skiing. Like I say, obviously I need their support in different ways, so yeah, I need a good crew around me as well, yeah. If they head to our website, Wrekin Rowers, there's ways there to donate to our charities, which would be great. We're currently around £70,000, so it'd be nice to get over the £100,000 for the charities. But Wrekin Rowers on the website. Yeah, with a W. W-R-E-K-I-N. Thank you. Love to, thank you. Thanks a lot, Kate. Bye. Bye. Yeah, man. We've gone off it there, do you see? Alright. Oh, yeah, thanks for persisting there, Matt. Sorry about that. Thank you. Cheers. You've gone now. After the first time, just as you going over to me. Oh.
How did the audio work but then be muted? That's what I don't get. I've never seen that before. Have you?
Because it came straight back into a meeting, and I don't think it gave me the audio on the Wi-Fi.
Okay, cool.
So you know, like when it all froze up, you went off it back in, and then it was straight in. Didn't see it was muted.
No, you did well there. I think they would have given up, haven't they?
Yeah.
What happened?
We were holding the iPad. I was holding the iPad on one side. Gary was behind it, hidden away. Dan was filming it, and then
Martin was blocking the sun,
at the start. And then just as badly with the back switch to it all went off, and we went, oh my god, because we had to keep moving because the sun was behind him, and every time they delayed by 5 minutes, the sun moved again. So it said, oh, we can't see you now. So we moved about 10 foot from where we started across the balcony and things. Oh my goodness me.
Well done, Dan. Anyway, thank you.
Yeah, sorry about the sun, man.
So that was the best.
1 hour later.
This morning I'm going to be on Shropshire Radio, BBC Radio, and I'm taking part in their sporting team quiz. So I was on it last weekend and I won, so the winner stays on.
Nice.
And we're against Whitchurch Allport Ladies, whatever they actually play. And then if I win again, then I'm going to be on next week, which will be 2 days before the race start itself. And then they want me to throw it, because if they have to ring me on a satellite phone, they worked out that it cost about 500 quid to do the quiz. So their budget doesn't stretch that far.
Believe it or not. Do you think Shep will win?
Yes. Today, anyway. He might struggle in 2 weeks' time if he's still available.
Oh, we're really excited now actually. We're just waiting to get into the boat and actually get started. And just behind me, if you can't quite see it, the Atlantic Ocean is just behind me there. And that's where we set off on that 3,000-mile journey. Oh, sorry guys, what a crap dart player.
What wasn't a check?
You're going to get 25 in a minute.
Hey?
On the number 2.
Say that again.
That dart player, what a load of rubbish. 25, he's only got in there in a minute.
25 what?
What?
Did you not hear that question?
No, we got nothing.
Oh,
We're trying to get, you were giving us the answer, we were trying to guess the question.
Oh, I see. No, well, it was 1-1 in the end.
We need to say tiebreak.
Every time like he asked the question, it went off, it stopped. So I didn't know what the question was, I just had to guess one of the answers.
No!
So it'd come up and it'd be going A, I'm going, right, what's the question? But yeah, so the tie break was though, this some dart player, how many darts did he manage to throw into the number 2 bed in 1 minute?
Don't you know that?
How many would you reckon?
In 1 minute?
In 1 minute. I said 180.
No, not sure.
It's only 60 seconds ago.
I'm about 30.
67.
No, if he throws 3 darts and you've got to fetch him and do them again.
No, just keep handing them to him.
Well, that's what I thought, yeah, just keep handing him darts.
Yeah,
You have to throw 3, not get them, throw 3.
Well, do we know how to shoot them? I thought just somebody keeps handing.
Well, it wasn't very clear. I said 180.
No, I reckon about 20 something.
25 was the answer.
Yeah,
What a question. That's not pretty proper.
he said 180, who said he's never asked what's the high score in darts.
Oh, it was the nearest to him, was it?
Yeah, she said 170.
After you said 180?
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't do. I'd have said 179 if you said 180.
What question was that?
I
So
know.
it must be handing it to him then.
It was,
Oh no, sorry, it was 20.
No,
No, it wasn't.
Throw
No,
for
fetched him,
I'll
yeah.
fetch him, wouldn't you?
Do you think your memory's really good?
Well, you can
Right,
test
okay.
me.
Yeah, I'm going to test you now. I'm going to test you. Right, okay, so I'm going to test you like as if you're doing a ski run. Okay? So these are the poles that you've got to ski round. So there and there. And there. So these are actually trees. So you've got to be careful not to hit the trees. Alright? So just like give me your hand. No, not your cup. You don't ski with a cup, do you?
Yeah,
Right, so you've got to go round the trees like that, like that, like that. And you've got to do that perfectly, okay? So you can pick your starting point, you can look to where your starting point is. Okay, right, now you've got to close your eyes completely. Okay, now off you go, down the ski run.
I know it's going to happen.
Come on.
By the way.
Come on.
All right.
Come on. You hit one.
Hey, do your eyes open. I bet you still hit one.
We've done the boat now. We're happy with everything that is on the boat itself, things that we need. The final bit is what you need for your own personal stuff. So this is where we do the final cull of everything that we've got. So everything that I potentially could take is out here, and I've now got to decide what goes, what doesn't go, what we absolutely need. So just going through what we've got here. My job is Christmas Day, Christmas presents for the guys, so that little section there, but I think that can go in a locker, so that's going to go. I've got a lovely little cushion from my wife and daughters with a picture of them on it. They're not normally that crumpled, which is going to be nice, comfortable. Santa hats, we don't know.
Okay.
Maybe, maybe not. The rest of the gear though is we're going to have mixed weather. We're going to have really, really bad weather, and we've got foul weather gear for that. But there's going to be in between when it might be raining, might just be a bit cooler. So we've got a light rain top and some waterproof trousers there. Night time, you might be in the cabin a bit colder, so I've got 2 warm tops there, but I'll probably get rid of one of those. That'll go in the case back home, and one will go with me. We've got celebrity brand new shirt for when we get to Antigua. We're going to put brand new shirts on so we don't smell so much when everybody sees us. Out here we've got towels, so those really small packed towels. That's towels for 2 of us rather than 1 of us. And then you start to get into your rowing gear. So we've got long sleeve tops there because obviously it's going to be hot. You're not necessarily going to want sunshine on your arms all the time, so some long sleeve rowing tops. There's 4 rowing shirts. That's probably going to get culled down to 3 or maybe even 2. Rowing shorts, so 3 pairs of rowing shorts. Variety is the spice of life here, so probably swapping those over so you try and prevent sores and things like that. And of course with 3 you can be wearing one clean pair and one getting washed. Same for underwear, so different types of underwear. There's 4 pairs at the moment. That'll probably get culled down to 3. Socks, so 3 pairs of socks. These are fantastic merino wool ones. They're really comfortable. Left hand side, bathroom items, so toothbrush, toothpaste, some sponges, very important actually. Put that kind of stuff on, prevent chaps on your hands and elsewhere. And then this section here is kind of bits that we need for various things. So we've got drink containers, That's for prepping our food in actually. That's fantastic. It's a warm food flask, so you can put your food in, put the hot water in, close it up. It can stay cooking for about 10 hours if you want, and still be nice and hot. And that's really good. Tried that last night with beef cottage pie. It was actually really good, which is a relief. This was from my elder brother. This is Christmas cake made by my departed dear mother's recipe, which we're going to have on Christmas Day. So thank you, Andy, for that. And then we've got electronics. So we've got a drone that we're going to take with us. I'm going to try and get some drone footage. We're obviously not going to be able to transmit that back until we get back on shore because the files are just too big. And then we've got between us, we've got 4 GoPros. So we're going to mount 2 GoPros on the deck and then have a roaming GoPro in each cabin, so we can just do some personal documentary filming that we want to do. Kindle, very important, got to do some reading. We'll have some boring moments as well. And we've got this old iPad, which is great because we've downloaded on here all of the manuals that we might need, key information. We're going to use this to transmit via WhatsApp and the BGAN unit that we've got to transmit any video and pictures that we take as we go along. These little units over here, in our cabins, the temperature inside those cabins, yesterday for example, it was about 21 degrees outside. Inside the cabin with the door open it was 33 degrees. So we're going to get 40 plus degrees in those cabins at times. So a lot of people have like these little USB fans that they plug in and they try and get some air circulation. We're trying something different. We've got these units here where you put them on as a collar and then you put those on and you get the air blowing up just onto your face. So we're hoping that's going to be a really cool way of getting some refreshment onto your face when you're roasting in that cabin. So we'll wait and see.
It's good that it's mobile as well.
Yeah, well that's great, you know, you can just lie down there, try and get to sleep, still have it just where you want it and you can angle it in there, different speeds. And that's about it. Oh, last but by no means least, rowing gloves. So I have 3 different pairs of rowing gloves. Again, prevention is better than cure here, so if you start to feel you're getting a sore anywhere, advice is stop what you're doing, change it so you don't make it worse, and then you prevent it rather than trying to cure it afterwards, which is a lot harder. So somehow we're going to now pack all of this gear into the remainder of very little space we've got on the boat. So let's see what we can throw out.
A lot of it. We ain't got much more than me. No, doesn't feel like there's enough there. We get there on the windowsill.
Too much folding, that is.
Dan, I'm going to really get on their nerves. I've got enough there, Dan, for one every shift.
I'm sure you know. I think if my shit smell as bad as that, then
there's no help for us.
Nice room it is.
The sun's coming in.
Nice that sun, don't you? Yeah. I know you've got a bit of an outside courtyard, but there's not much light in there, is there?
Yeah.
I quite like that windowsill.
Yeah, I love that windowsill.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And out onto there, it's good.
Yeah, I'd love to be like an old dog who wants to sit on a windowsill all day.
I used to have a flat in Wellington, and it had a windowsill similar to that, but it's just about that big, not quite as deep.
Yeah.
But you could just sit in there and watch the cars go. It's right on the main road. People walking into Wellington, right on the outskirts. It's real good.
To the police station to see if we can reclaim our ball, Wilson, which blew away off the boat the other night in a bit of a gale, and apparently it's found its way to the police station, so we're going to try and reclaim it.
Sounds good.
So trying to make sense of the map to the police station. I'm never the best with this kind of thing, but often better to just trust my own sense of direction.
Martin's more of an atlas man.
Yeah, definitely. I have had a few holidays just here. There's an airport here actually. There it is. That's the airfield. So this is kind of a little port and a little fishing port. But to get from here to there, you have to drive up into the mountains. This is the road, I think, this red one. And it's all hairpin bends, and you go up a terrific height into the middle of that mountain. It's like driving into mountain gorges all the time. It's quite amazing. You couldn't drive along the coast from here to there. It's just too many cliffs, too many mountains. You have to go inland to the top and then come back down.
Straight down the middle, that's what you're thinking?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably one-way system. This is the way in, that's the way back out.
Your spidey senses are tingling.
This looks like it should have been a traditional cobbled street, but they've just done it with this printed stuff. It's a bit of a cheat.
So those slap-on library wallpapers or the bricks?
Yeah, exactly. I'd have to learn the language, but then I could live here.
Yeah.
I could certainly live here for 6 months a year. But it's like anywhere else. If I was to live here, I'd want to be part of the community. So you have to know the language.
Yeah, for sure. Are you good with languages?
No. I've never put it to the test really. So who knows, it might be something that I grasp and excel at in my next 20 years. Wow, this is the way to the police station. So this is not the easiest police station to find. One thing there's no shortage of in La Gomera is steps.
And rowers.
Yeah, that's true. He's a cool dog.
Yeah, he is.
But he's also a hot dog. Therefore he's not too much bothered about us.
No threat.
So that's a good flight of steps. You wouldn't want to have to run to the police station, would you? I think it's just here. At the same time, this is probably it behind us. It's a police station with a view though, isn't it?
Yeah. Seen worse things.
So this is the most difficult part now because we don't speak any Spanish.
Let me put it on last one.
Yeah, football. We think football is here for Wrekin rowers. It's a ball.
No entiendo.
No, I know.
Good old Google Translate coming in clutch. How's it sound? Pedimos una pelota de fútbol y nos dijeron que está aquí. Yeah, that's kind of what I said.
¿Qué día perdieron la pelota?
What day did they lose the ball?
What day did you lose the ball?
Not yesterday, it was the night before. Okay, we lost the ball on Thursday night through to Friday morning, overnight.
No me puede grabar. Si le han dicho que estaba aquí, here.
Apparently, yeah. Sí.
Es que no tenemos, yo no tengo ni idea de eso. No.
I think it is definitely the wrong police station.
Yeah. Good walk though.
It's also the highest police station in La Gomera.
Well, they've got weed here.
Oh no, it's just the altitude to get here.
Ah, okay, no weed then.
Yeah, there you go.
What's going on?
We're just checking the fenders down, so we'll be mooring by another boat. Obviously we don't be bashing somebody else's boats, these are on the sides. Stop bashing somebody else's boat. Right. Remember your old phones?
Yeah.
You've got up and down there. Yeah. Number 5 with that dot on it.
Yeah, number 5, I know where that is.
Right, that one on your left is your menu. Press menu.
Menu.
Right. It says my phone book. Press that one again. No, press menu again. Click select. Right, now can it was the first one.
So now it's press go. Which one? That one again?
That's when I was went into jail. That is that. The second time that was.
It's exciting. It's exciting. This is the very last step before we actually get out there now. So, yeah, a lot of thoughts going through now. All the effort, all the work to get this far, and now we're at the beginning of the end, which is great.
Obvious. Oh, you're reeking then. See, reeking, if I say someone is reeking, they smell it.
Oh, I was like that yesterday.
A lot of fun out there, I'll tell you that.
And then they said, what you would normally do now is put the toilet, so you do it in your saliva thing, and that sort of situation.
Excellent.
Yeah. Interesting stuff.
So this is the vegan terminal. So this is provided by Inmarsat, and it's what all of the teams are going to be using to send all of the photos and the videos, all of the media across to the guys at land, and then that content's going to be distributed on their social media sites. So we've got about 31-ish teams out of the 36 teams using the vegan terminals, and all of the content from the past 2 years as well has gone across that little handheld device that you can see there.
Feels a bit high at the minute.
How's that feeling, Stu?
That's a bit high, I think. I feel like I'm going to...
It's also not lanyarded on, but will it reach where we want to lanyard? It's meant to be like gazelles on this boat, you know, moving around it. We're not like bloody
rhinos.
Bloody elephants. Oh no, that's like sitting on a throne.
Yeah.
No, that's that is. No, I don't think so.
Safety, over. Would you say sitting position is one of the most important things you can get right?
It's one of the most important things you can get wrong.
Okay.
I would say, because if you start picking up sores from it, you haven't got any real recovery time for them. So they're just going to get worse. So you've got to try and prevent. Is really the key. If you feel something happening, change the seat, change the dynamics somehow.
That's better. Sure, it's better.
Yeah.
That one's nice, isn't it? You want to try this other one?
Oh, I've got another one.
Yeah. Mad.
Well, yeah, don't take it off then.
So I thought
we just have to
use that.
Be a last resort for us, I think.
I mean, if we need to, we take. We've got that one that's fixed. So if we do want to take it off, we'll take it off and just disregard it and put stuff on it then. I think it's when it's on there.
It's an ideal kneeling pad.
But I mean, it should be. I would have thought it'll be all right on its own, because that one there, it's all right on its own there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So without that, I think it's just a bit unstable on there.
That feels funny at first, but once you've been in it for 5 minutes, you feel like at first you feel a bit wobbly, but what I found after 5 or 10 minutes, you felt better.
I think it's wobbling on that one too, because this sort of when it's flat.
Yeah. You see the one you're on at the moment?
Yeah.
Can it ever have a seat on it like that?
What, on top of it?
Yeah. One of these.
Oh, this one?
Yes.
No, I have to swap it for that one.
Right.
That one in. So that
So I think I'm going to be probably happier most of the time on one of these. I don't want to sit on a flat seat.
Won't that go this way?
I quite like the flat one.
We've got a seat, haven't we?
There should be a spare one somewhere.
We're getting some more Velcro arriving, so we can put that back on. What did you say, Sue? An espresso? Espresso.
What I say is espresso. What everybody else says is espresso.
Yes, please.
I'll have to wait for Stuart to come back now and then get the picture.
Spanish. Is that all in Spanish?
That's about it. No, I can order beer as well.
Grande Savita. We're alright with that.
Yeah.
My name's Tim from Sea Sports Southwest. We do the shore-based training for the rowers, so that's the sea survival, first aid, the SRC radio certificate and the navigation course. We kind of run a bespoke course for the rowers to help them with the planning of the route across the Atlantic. So that's us.
Nice. And how do you guys know each other?
We're married.
We're married.
Amazing.
We're married and business partners.
Jeez, connecting all the dots.
So we run generally we run an RYA centre, so water sports centre down in Teignmouth in Devon, and just by good fortune we got involved with this rowing race from the first race that Atlantic Campaigns took it over.
Oh wow, okay.
So we've been doing it and we've just managed to get ourselves to the top of our game on this.
Do you row as well?
No.
Smart. Smart.
Don't tell anybody that.
Yeah, I just film the rowers, you know.
Yeah. We just, you know, what they say, those that do and those that can't teach.
Facts.
We came out on the boat the other day and we were out for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And it got interesting at times, and Dan said, "It's not Bala Lake."
Just a little gift from us to you for our future search that we're going to do. You can open it now if you want, or you can open it later, it's up to you.
It's a dead rat, isn't it?
You're not meant to get it.
Oh, sorry. Really?
Thank you very much. Yeah, we really appreciate it.
That's something I'm not going to see very often. Tim's actually speechless.
You better hope you can say something for next days. And that's a real one.
Got it from the Chinese bazaar just
Hello.
How are you? So what we're doing is we're looking at last year's race to have a look at some of the stuff that was going on regarding the weather, and then we're going to be looking at the weather and the sort of best routes to take and go in to get the wind in the most favourable direction for you. The trouble is, forecasts always changing, so we need to just keep an eye on it every day and just keep you up to date with what's going on. So this is last year's race. Their boat. So initially with the forecast, we decided to go for the southerly route, and then actually it looked favourable to then go west. So we started going west, and then so you can see there we've made that decision to go west.
Which one are they? Sorry.
So they're highlighted there. Yeah. So all the guys out front are basically they've powered on through, and they, you know, whereas the boats behind, let's put the wind on, if you will, the boats behind are going to get more likely to get caught. So your solos at the back can be technically further north because they've not long into the race because of the speed they're doing. The guys out front have come a lot further south because they don't look it on this here. Like you can see, they are kind of. So if we so here we can see that these are 23, 56 to 24 degrees, and where are they? They're at 24, 16. So it's about 16 miles. They're 16 miles north. It doesn't look it there here. So before, because they've come out so far in front, they've actually beaten the pressure system that's coming in. So tends to be the faster teams get in front of them, and the teams behind. So it's all going quite well. And then this is where the pressure system's about to come in. So they start heading. You can see how far south they've gone already there. So guys are out in front doing quite well. People at the back are now getting hit by that low pressure. These are south, so you can see they're getting less, but it's hard work for them because they've got beam on waves and things like that. They're also quite low, so they're at 20 degrees. Antigua's at 17, so they're actually quite low at that point. But that's still 3 degrees. That's 180 miles of south to go. There's a yellow brick tracking app for the race. That's what these guys will be on, and then we use a few different forecasts. So you can see they've had to go on power anchor briefly there, but everyone else apart from the guys in front are also on power anchor, and they get back off quite early. And then here there's a bit of a battle between a few of them. So there's another pressure system again. Just got a few of these. This point was really tough for them here, so you can see how far down they've come there. They're at 1658, so 2 miles below Antigua already. But the wind did bring them back up, so they kind of stayed around at 17. It was really tough here. It was here 'cause all these guys started catching them up. They had a tailwind, and these were in this sort of like wind shadow, or like an area of no wind, and so all these guys started catching them. Like, what can we do to row faster? You've just got to wait. That wind is going to overtake them and come and get you. They will be going faster than you. It will come. And it will take, and they will get there. So they were worried they were going to get overtaken at that point, and so you can see they're sort of like.
Oh, you can see,
yeah. So, and then, but it's so that every day, you know, I was like pretty much getting every ping off the yellow brick. Now, whether I let them know daily of routes and stuff like that, depended on stuff. So.
When do you feel the race positions have established themselves?
And if we look at this, very few people, you know, it was almost decided about here so many days, that 23rd of December is pretty much decided.
Right, so 11, 12 days in.
Yeah, that was. Now what? That's for the leading teams. So you can see that these teams here, Generation Gap. I think that's Bristol Goals, Antigua Pairs. There's very little change happens. There's these two are battling. So that was the Duchesses and the Fitter Planet. They had a massive battle. They saw each other a few times and stuff.
They were close, weren't they?
Yeah, and it was a real battle. I've seen them all since.
They're like 42, 3 days, wasn't that? I think.
Yeah, so you can see they are. There's been no change really. I mean, Golds were slightly further ahead. They'd come back when the pairs got back. So very little change in that leading pack, really. There. But it all depends, you know, what happens on your boat. You know, so sometimes people have to stop for a reason or something like that. So it can. But generally, I reckon the first third of the race, you can see like it's sorted itself out. There's not much change in the order. Yeah, a few jiggles there, but the leading a lot. So I mean, like I say, the start is really important. That whether we do the south or it's like how far south you're happy to go. You know, I'm not going to send you down to Cape Verde or anything like that because that's just ridiculous. Unless I thought it was going to, you know, everyone's going to be on Paramount for 3 weeks and you can actually go around or something like that, you know, which is very unlikely. So it is just a case of essentially we know as long as the forecast doesn't change drastically, you are going to have to go south. We've got to go that way to get out of San Sebastian anyway, otherwise you'll probably crash.
Is Yellow Brick your app?
So no, Yellow Brick's the race tracker that's so they use it for all sorts of races.
Okay.
So that Yellow Brick is the app, the Atlantic campaign, so they rent the trackers that will go onto the boat.
That's what they put on
so for example, my friend's racing a yacht at the moment in, I say he's racing, he might finish, I haven't been following him that much, too busy with rowers.
Ashamed, think something new under the sun. You can't take back them things you already done. No, you blame things that you do on somebody else. No. But they all see is you need help. But still you try so
Whiskey,
hard.
Talisker.
Cover up your games. You try so hard.
They've got on. They've been playing. Cheers. Cheers, Dan.
Legs. Cheers.
I did a night dive in the Maldives with tourists, and when you're about 15 metres down, it's pretty dark. And we went over, or they went over a wreck that was down there. There was a ship on its side, and all the other divers went across, and I stayed behind. So it was pitch black with just my torch, and then I turned my torch off, and just to see what it was like in the absolute pitch black in the water. And I stayed there for 5 minutes before I let myself move. And then I turned the torch back on and then went over the ship and caught them up. But that was pretty cool. That one.
I did night diving, mate. We shouldn't have been diving because we were sort of off our heads. Mate, I turned his gas off. I was his buddy, and I turned his gas off. He only turned his on before he put his bottle on. And I'm his buddy, so I've got to turn his. I've turned it off and half a turn on. He's got down. We go. 3 things gases were there. We're going into. He's I've turned around, his torch is gone. He's trying to breathe, he's panicked a bit. He's panicked, he's gone up, hasn't he? You're looking around on this level with your torch, obviously it's 3D, isn't it? He's above us. So it didn't panic me, but it panicked him, right? When we all serviced and he's on. He swapped his air bottle with the instructor because I already got the gas got lighter and he was having it again. Swapped with the instructor, went back to him. For him to think, oh, you weren't really panicking too much after. So we went back then, you've been thinking, not tonight, because I think we shouldn't have been there anyway.
I think the thing that scares me about scuba diving is that it's ultimate accountability. So for example, you jump out of a plane, you've got to pull a parachute. I mean, there's obviously things you've got to get right, but like it's like one action, whereas scuba diving, it's like, there's so many things that like are on you. That's what I find like is almost intimidating. Do you know what I mean by that?
Being calm though.
Yeah.
Scuba diving is about being calm.
Yeah.
And all those. Like on that same dive, that night dive, it was one of the most magical moments I've ever had in my life as well. When we finished the dive, they told us at the end of the dive, we'd all just sink down to the floor about 7 or 8 metres down. So turn your torches off. When I turn mine off, turn all off. start doing that, and like sparks, like things, and it was like being in a Disney film, just sparks coming out of your hand. It was absolutely amazing. I'll never forget that. It was just unbelievable.
That's what life's about, man. Moments that take your breath away.
Yeah.
It really is. I know it's cliche to say, but it's true.
Tracks.
It's right, mate.
Running away. You gotta watch your back. And that's the facts. You spend so much of your life scheming and trying to get over.
What was the breakfast of champions this morning?
Weetabix and Special K mixed together, as always, the best way to have cereals.
So, with milk?
Of course.
Naturally. Have you had breakfast yet, Gary?
I have done toast and tea. The best toast you've ever had. I didn't burn it either.
It's a good start.
So it's all good.
How's it looking?
Pretty strong wind actually. Yeah. 13 knots.
It's a good wind for starting, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so what we're looking at here, this is the start time, predicted weather and wind that we've got on Sunday. And if we zoom in, so we are here, this is the La Gomera, where we are. Over here, this little island is La Gomera, so we're based there. This is Tenerife, that's Valverde, where we've got to go to the east of that. And as we bring these out, you can see the bigger, very strong winds. So we're looking at between about 15 knots coming down once we get out of the lee way of those. If we play this, so this is now moving across there. So we're in Sunday. Sunday's good. Monday's still good. So this is all nice weather, nice wind for where we want to be. Okay, Monday we're still good. And what you're looking at is the way that this wind is flowing. When you start to get to Tuesday, it's changing direction. See, now it's blowing you down directly south, and now it's blowing you this way, which is not what we want. It would be trying to blow us backwards, because this is that low pressure system has now come right over the Canaries, and it would be blowing you the wrong way. So the solos that are caught in this come Wednesday, Thursday, if they get caught in that, they're not going anywhere fast.
Where are we predicting we'll be then on Tuesday night, you feel like?
Hopefully further on.
Yeah.
What could do with it?
So we've got to go for it.
I've seen it in before the shooting at the start. Some of the boats, they must get caught in something like that, and they start going back round on themselves, don't they?
Yeah.
It's done that a few years ago, and it seemed to come like that.
Yeah.
That looks quite heavy shooting it, that does.
Yeah, if you look at the bigger wind picture there, I don't know how much you can see of this, Stu, but Tuesday is still blowing us south, really. But Wednesday, that comes in and hits the Canaries, and it starts to come and affect it. So
let's see if we can get in front of it.
Yeah, but we've got to be, you've got to be down here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So how far is that?
Distance and planning, right, let's have a look at that. So if we go to there, click on map to start measurement. So if we go from there, 640 miles. If we look at our start time and where we know we now need to be Wednesday, from Sunday start time there, the wind is bang on the right direction. It's coming from the northeast, which if we do a northeasterly track,
2.5 days,
it'll be right off our stern and pushing the boat along. So that will be the best conditions. We'll have the waves with us in effect.
Yeah.
It'll be a bit hairy perhaps, because we're looking at 20 knot winds. So that is going to be pretty hairy. So if you think about the other day, Dan, when you were out, there was no wind hardly at all, maybe 5 knots. So you got 4 times that. We're probably looking at maybe 7 or 8 foot waves.
Wow.
Maybe more.
But the difference is between trying to push on a bit there and getting caught in that.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, it even
waves.
gets into, in this section there, come Sunday, well, we're not going to be there, but if we look at where we are, so what we're doing now is we're playing the map, the forecast through,
simulating it
onto Monday, and it's staying with us. The wind is staying exactly where we want it to be.
I say she can get in. It's just,
yeah. So if we can get into that and row really, really hard,
anybody gets in that are going to be flying, aren't they?
Yeah. By the time the wind changes direction to be against us, we need to be out of that system. So the low pressure system is travelling from the north into the Canary region, so that by Wednesday, which is where we are now, and I'll just pause it, the actual wind has changed from being a northeasterly wind into a rotating, probably southwesterly, and that's actually blowing you backwards from where you want to go. So that's going to be really difficult rowing, and it's not as if it's just a gentle wind. You're talking of 20 knots at you.
That well, pair rank could be out, won't it?
Yeah,
you'll be on that for.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, if you're stuck in that as a solo rower, you're probably on power rank and going nowhere, and that's where they could sit for like couple of days. I mean,
but that's at the start. I think it'd be very nice, is it?
Yeah.
When you just got out there and you deploy the pair rank, you're not experienced.
Look at this for the full week. It sits there.
What day is that, Hugh?
This is Thursday now.
It's starting to turn, isn't it?
No, it's
further back around there.
It doesn't start dissipating until Thursday night, and then the winds are all dying down because this high pressure's coming in up here. Look.
Yeah.
And if we can get across to that,
I think we'll have to have a discussion. But I think we need to sort of got to push on a bit there if we can.
We are. Yeah.
We don't want to be caught in that.
I think
we're not racing our heads, but we don't want to be caught in that for our own sake, do we?
No.
I think the idea of singing the shanty when you go out is gone.
Yeah.
You've got to be going for it, man.
Yeah, I know it's not long to get out there like you could sing, but with that, if we get caught in that, we're going to have a miserable time, aren't we?
That's us.
No.
But yeah.
But see, if we do get past that, then I'm not saying it's plain sailing, but you've got some good weather with you, haven't you?
Yeah, don't mention the word sailing.
Tracks. Spend all your days running away. You gotta watch back. And that's the
No sickness feelings on the boat at home. Yeah, more right.
Drank enough to cover it.
Did you? Hello.
Yes, my bro.
My bro. My bro. Looking fresh, Dan. Hello, gorgeous brothers. Oh my god, the bag fell over. It's okay. Oh my god, the bag.
Big hugs.
Off the telescopes.
Yeah. Well, tonight actually, I've got a little bottle in my bag.
Last night they were pouring it into my cup at the beach party.
Yeah.
And I was throwing it onto the fire. Yes, I did.
So how are you guys feeling? All good?
Yeah, man, I'm pumped. I'm ready to see some waves. Get into waves after waves. Waves after waves. I know, right? You got the back. You got the key for
Yeah. No, I've got the key for Az and Lynn's bag.
I got the key. You don't have the key.
That one?
She's got the key?
She's gone to the end.
Oh, wait, no, she's
I've got it.
B12, my favourite vitamin.
Yeah. That lets these little things.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Okay, yeah.
Here we go. Can she do it?
B21. You sure it's B21?
20, 22.
That numbers work.
Yeah. They might ask us all to quarantine.
Oh, didn't have to really neat and tidy. Yeah. Good job. You first heard me, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I had a hotel, but I'm like...
Oh, I know, I've heard about it. I know. The shag tail.
Gonna attack. We're the magic happens.
We're the magic happens, baby.
Yeah, I'll give you a ring.
Money? Yeah! I kind of missed again though. Damn it!
One
more time,
one more.
Stu, man. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Stu time! Oh, yeah!
Oh, you did, I thought you did the air like that.
Yes.
I don't need a lot of presents to make my Christmas bright. I just need my baby's on
My lady will be here. Happy holiday. Thank you.
Ciao. So you can't do a headstand right now? For €10 you can do a headstand?
No.
Okay.
Like, honestly, Dan, I'll probably break my neck.
You're gonna try though, I love it.
Right, wait, I know you have to put like this in there. Honestly.
We'll get it in post.
George can.
Really?
Yeah, George can do a headstand quite well. I'm just terrible at anything like gymnastic-y.
Okay.
Terrible. Proper like a roly-poly.
This is a better picture today.
There you go. Smile.
That's good. This is my good-looking brother.
Hello, handsome one. How's it going? I'm Daniel. Nice to meet you. You're good.
It's Jay, guys. That's his wife, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Thanks, Danielle.
Danielle over there.
Down, aren't you?
I am in the flesh. Cheers.
We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go,
Good to know.
You might need to just pull this. Yeah, it's just a black one.
It's just a black one.
No, just a black release, a black release. Oh yeah, that's the retrieval line. Yeah, so just
That's going over the
So on that side.
Yeah, please.
You're gonna let the other guy do it.
The other way around. A bit of space.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it just comes off like that. Just unwraps.
There's both in there. Both must go in there.
Oh yes, because if you have to go on
No, we have that.
What's your name?
Chris.
Chris.
Oh,
Let's go get in the
Charles.
cabin with
Charles.
Andy.
It's all
And
ours.
we're going to see what it would look like.
Yeah, close it to the.
You never asked me.
Say you know, yeah.
See what it looks like.
Give me a sec. I'll let him try.
Just wait, guys. Just one sec. Okay. Thank you.
Is that what you have to do?
No.
If you take hold of the boat then, the straps. Well,
So just when you just watch this here, just push away here. What, Gary, this side here. You guys that this side. Just walk us out. Yeah, slow, slow.
Steady on those shoes.
I'm losing it now.
Okay. Get your oars in those shoes.
Turn it on, Dave. Have a name. Right, Stuart, just wait. Right, so just on port side oar, one stroke. Okay, now both together, Stu. Just Stuart. Thank you.
That's right. Yeah. Looks like you got a long way to go. Let's catch up.
Yeah.
Not that long, I don't. I'm a crash side those men.
So you can have yours in, Gary. Eventually.
Don't get them wet.
Did you fix your lanyard on, Stuart? Did you clip it on?
Yeah.
On the oars?
No.
Carry on, no, until we get there.
Yeah, we'll carry on, but we'll do that when we get in.
Yeah, if he gets his set up properly, then we can take the
You got the portable VHF, Martin?
It's this sort of place you row out at?
Yeah.
Car park pace.
Soaking the atmosphere and all, eh?
No.
Dan,
Stay on
just
shoot.
lean forward a fraction.
Martin, can you get that other one fender in for us as well? Just put it in the gunnel. Don't keep them tied on though on the gunnels.
Yo.
So just keep them strapped on.
Push it.
Miles.
Well, I've done that twice.
Oh, well,
I guess I'm gonna do it again.
Oh.
Also for you guys, no worries.
Thank you.
You look sharp. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, right, Gary, so you can come in now. Yeah, so they'll all be up on that wall, Dan.
Yeah.
So this is the start line we've just gone over now.
That's what I'll be running along.
Yeah.
Like a madman.
Writing Santi songs, it is long, it is long. You've got to sing a verse as well, you know, 2 verses you have to sing. We're going to each sing 2 verses of our own creation.
Today?
Well, we might do it today if we can, yeah.
Have you made yours up already?
It's easy.
Yeah, you're shit 25.
Shepherd family are there.
Shepherd ships come sailing past.
I wish my Christmas dinner there. They're bound for English Billy George, I miss you too. We're bound for English. All the way, you Wrekin boys. Either way, all the way, you'll hear us sing. We're bound for Andy.
Boy, I can see there, one for the sea.
The sea.
This is a nice go out place. Oh, it is.
Either way, all the way.
Well, it's nice seeing it. You're going to be out in time, we're on the way out.
Gary and Stuart are having a wee. It's bound for English. It's so much rhymes like we with C, doesn't it? And two with who. You just can't help it.
Right. Number 2.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, how much further?
Sorry, Stu.
How much bloody further? 5 miles to go. Yeah, come on.
Got smiley faces for dinner.
Yeah, we're at 3 million strokes now though. Yeah, Stuart said, Martin, he rode 3,000 miles in the training, but actually he's only going to row 1,500 when we go on the race itself.
That's true. And somebody's going to help me do it.
Yeah.
And it took me 12 months to do it. I've only got 6 weeks to do it now. Have the wind behind us though.
Yeah. That's very good.
What do you do with it?
Yeah. You have to go in a different bathroom.
Oh, cute too.
Why? Does she do smelly food? Does she do smelly food?
Oh, consider it.
Oh.
We just say to me, go out and come back.
See, one thing about rowing, Dan,
Yeah.
you don't go very fast.
Fraser must think alright, he's fucked off. He's gone for his nuts.
We're getting married, I think, September the 16th or
Oh, nice.
around about then.
You picked the venue and everything?
Oh, well, hopefully over in Tenerife over there.
Oh, nice.
Tanya's there now. Have a hotel where we've been quite a few times. We're hopefully going to get.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh yeah.
Did you propose?
I did, yeah.
How did you do it?
I said, "Do you want to marry me?" How else can you do it?
Yeah, trust me.
No, we were in Spain, not here. And I managed to book a nice restaurant. We went there. Oh, yes, to there. And
Is the water maker off now?
Yeah.
yeah. She wasn't expecting it either. I wouldn't say she gave up on me, actually, but she totally wasn't expecting it. So
Yeah, nice surprise.
Yeah. Oh, well, she couldn't eat her tea then. Didn't want to drink. Just got a bit excited. It's a good job, and just before you start thinking, she might tell me no, much.
That's who it is. Is that what the road?
You got your glasses tied on?
No. Fraser in the back rattling or not?
Do you want to get in and have a
Yeah,
listen?
get it, so put it, had a bit of charge in it.
Some water jet.
If you were to stand up and steer, you might feel better.
On the other side of the boat. Water that bottle on your right, port side.
Get back up the harbour and that would be appreciated.
Head west.
West north.
Control, base control, this is west course, heading west, making our way back in now. We'll speak to you in 10 minutes or so when we're closer. Over.
You've got due west, keep that up there.
Receive local steer.
Hear that for head west. I told her we're heading in. And we'll give her a call in 10 minutes or so. We're a bit closer. Clear when you
Clear course. We are just entering the small ship's channel. Is that okay?
If you're getting in to take off time for the ferry, then it's a bit of a panic.
Over.
Yeah.
Clear course, race control. Yes, you have permission to leave the training area and enter the harbour. Thank you for the information. Out.
Yeah, go for it.
Stu, ask him to put the kettle on, mate.
Race control,
This is Claire Course. Could you make Dan a cup of tea?
With oat milk?
With oat milk, please.
Toosh.
Out. Things good when you can see the international speed that you're moving. Yeah.
Nah, it's not like me to sit down and not move when I'm filming. And I was sitting down, man. Like that was really tough.
With all the angles, Dan.
Yeah, one.
That's what he said. As soon as I get better angles line down there, Stu said.
At one point, I was.
Stu, I didn't, but he was. Yeah, he was trying. Head overboard.
Sorry.
Well, when you're in that cabin, Stu, I can see the sweat on you. Yes, sweat, and you hadn't even rowed.
When you get in them cabins, it's horrible, isn't it?
It's when Stu was looking on the AF trying to sort that out.
That probably makes it worse, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's hot.
And I got my head in there, stopped the little breeze he had.
That's sweet, but ask for something then, but not what he has to do.
States control center. Stu's gone overboard. Sorry, Stu's gone what?
Overboard.
Oh, he's gone overboard? He's gone over what, sorry? He's what, sorry?
Stu didn't go overboard, he did a fake wobble. Gary?
Yeah, sorry. Get up, push. Stu just got lean out, should push away from 27. Alright, right. Yeah, tell me this turn line. Just watch. Push off.
Push off, Gary.
Slow speed, slow impact.
Try to unlock it more.
Very slow. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's it. Okay, Travis, pull him in a little bit.
Push us out.
Let's go this one.
Push out there.
Push out.
Yeah. And in. A little bit more. Give him it. Not too strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming around.
I thought we had to go like that there, we couldn't shake hands.
We're going to fenders out.
Okay, now we're going in. Okay, let's go back in. I'm afraid you have to delete this video.
You've been framed.
I will nail it tomorrow and just probably use. Was everything good out there?
Yeah, we are. We just thought the water maker might be a bit slow, but we just found out it's probably okay.
Okay.
Oh, pesky bubble ends.
Just as 25 different business owners came down and wanted to sign some deals.
Oh no, you can't have any more spots to do, we're not allowed. We had it on there before, I didn't read it. Gates closer.
Do you know where my bag is, Stu? Is it in there?
Yeah. It is indeed.
Thanks, bro.
Were those up out for a road, boys? I just said, how was it?
It was quite nice bit of waves out there. As you get into training area too.
Yeah.
Bit choppy there.
Happy days, we're heading out now.
Are you?
Pass my gimbal as well, please.
That one's yours, isn't it?
So,
Yeah, that's right.
Do you feel that lanyard catch or not? Just the once.
Just the once.
Nice one, Stu, legend, thank you. Chilling, man.
One of my tops from the other night.
You passed that across to him?
Yeah.
Connie?
Post-row thoughts,
So
yeah?
we need to have a clean of the boat.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep this up here? Take
No.
it backwards, no?
No, it's alright. Yeah, we've got lots of 72.
Is there any water taps to know to we're walking on?
Oh,
Have you let them know that we're in?
yeah. No, not in. Well, so we're coming in now, so I suppose we're going to tell her we're in. Yeah, we're berthed.
Yeah. Raise control, just clear course. Just let you know that we're berthed. Now have you got one down your end? Sorry, Stu.
My best friend.
Just wait and see what else is coming across.
We need to go and grab some lunch and bring that down here.
Are you putting that bag of sat phone stuff? Yeah, it's yours. Well, if we take that one off and then
Figure eight,
right, so remember, just show me what you did there again. Right, so you do wrap round first.
Oh, so.
Yeah, and now just do a figure of 8, and then lock it. So you put a twist on that.
Twist.
So you need to twist it so that it comes back on itself. So when you put it under, just bring it off there.
Yeah.
Do a figure. Just do it like figure of 8 and turn it now. Do it 180 on it, and then put it on. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. That's it. Ah, that's it. Perfect.
Deep. 10 foot deep, Gary. That's a good 10 foot deep, right? Let's go find a good bed.
You might want to come back in about 6 or 7 hours or more.
Where is it?
Shep knocked it underneath.
Yeah.
Come back for it. It's only 2:30 now.
For what?
Come back for the medical kit. Go and get some lunch now. And then come back to that.
You know, wear your rowing shoes.
Well, just leave it.
Tide going down. Time's tide too.
I'm going to take a walk down to lunch.
Do you want me to go down there now?
Do you want to go get home?
Cold.
Where are we going to be?
What size shoe, yeah?
I'll wear these now. I'll wear fucking these. I'll have a look where it is tomorrow. If I'm going in here, you can turn it off.
Nah, you gotta film this.
It ain't gonna be that song.
Yeah, go back down to where it was.
Yeah, but it's only a foot down there. I put it.
This was way down there. When we walked down here the other night.
Yeah, it was a lot lower.
Yeah, that was here, wasn't it?
Higher.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not saying.
When we got here, I had to jump to get it, and even then it was high.
That's it, Dan.
It's something to do.
I'm not going in then, Dan.
Would have been a bit stupid,
You can save that You've Been Framed video
every day.
Oh.
Hello.
Told ya.
Hold it to your bum.
Could have said something else. Did your bum not? Do you not like fall? No, you did. It's
removing the shelf.
How much is grass? Yeah. So you just
Save
literally
you banging
sit.
your head.
Yeah, you spread your cheeks out.
Don't try to hold over the side. Just the
No,
bucket
no.
is put
Look.
it in the middle and then
Oh,
you
cheers,
sit on
cheers,
top.
yes, cheers, boys.
Mr. Chef.
So, this is rope on the left hand side,
Yeah.
rope on the right hand side. Could you hold those for me, please?
You cling onto the rope.
Yes, there is the bucket in the middle. Obviously, it's lower.
Is it a game you're playing?
No, so
poo game.
now you need to get the guidelines up there, so they're about there. So you can hold them up there. So now you get a little steward comes along, legs there, bum there, holding onto these two ropes, perfectly balanced, in sync with the boat.
You're gonna shit it.
No.
No way.
Perfect in the bucket, straight in the bucket.
Even got a technique for that.
Yes. Practice technique, that is.
Have you practiced that yet?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we have practiced. That's why we decided we need to get a brush to clean the bucket out afterwards.
Yeah.
Swilling it around in the sea and get rid of it all.
It wouldn't be Atlantic Ocean.
Not the skid marks.
No.
You can't. Do you realise how heavy a full bucket of water is to try and pick it up from out the sea? As it's moving along, it's like.
And your stomach's not used to it.
Three. Yeah.
Don't even have your own bucket.
No, you share the bucket.
You can't be having 4 buckets on the
How would you have a bucket each?
I don't know. Your
Your name on
own
it.
private toilet.
It's not.
Yeah.
You can really. You don't have our own bucket.
What really?
Private toilet. I don't think that word comes to mind. Private toilet.
Whose bucket would you store inside the other one then?
Yeah.
You know, we don't want all those kind of problems. We don't want mental strain.
Did somebody say they put tinsel around the top? Where did I see that or something?
I didn't ask a question.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's a fun time. Yes, is it? Are you going to go?
Take your bear for it.
You're good. I'm just going to tell you, these guys are red hot favourites now for the race. I've just been told. They're very good. Have a look at them. No. Win.
Is there a reason why?
No, but just look at the muscles.
Okay.
Look at the muscles. Okay.
They're built for it.
See you later on.
See you later, sir.
Okay.
Take care.
Now, he bought the boat of the guy that came in, the solo, and said, I'm doing that. There and then, he bought the boat. Yeah. And no, he's doing it this year. He's doing it as a solo.
Is he?
Yeah, he's 67 years old. Sorry? No, he's the Atlantic rower. Yeah. So he's never done any rowing before. No, he's great, really good lad. He is, Simon.
I'll have to modify it.
I would say it's like a cheap belt, it's not.
What's that for, sorry?
Because these are climbing harnesses,
Yeah.
okay, they have hooks around the side or loops around the side for where you can put carabiners.
Right.
Okay, and under the instructions this morning from Atlantic Campaigns, we are now no longer allowed to have those on the belts,
right,
in case we hook our safety line into that, because those aren't strong enough. If we fall off, they could potentially break.
Okay.
So you must be hooked into this loop there on the belt, because that's one is strong enough. So to prevent any mishaps, they're saying you've now got to take them off and they will inspect them, which was a change this morning. Amy's appreciating the bubblehead speedos, aren't you, Amy?
Mum is.
Oh, your mother is? Oh, she's there again, yeah, there's a shot.
James, she can't quite see the team name. Can you just...
Have you got them to show you anything?
Can you see it in there, Dan? So that'll make 30 litres an hour. Water maker basically brings in seawater through a pipe here, forces it through some filters, and it'll produce 30 litres an hour. All we've got to do now is flick a switch in the cabin, it starts pumping, the water comes out of this little pipe up here. That one. That's your drinking water, dribbles out. Clean water dribbles out of there, drinking water. At the same time as doing it though, you get a load of salt water gushing out of this side. Down, they call that the gunnels, goes into there, runs out the side. So he forces loads of water through to get, so one of them, it takes 20 minutes to fill one of them up. And you'll hear it clunking. So all we've got to do really, make sure we stop it when it clunks, and then we're ready to go again next time we start it.
Right.
And touch wood, if we just look after it like that, we'll have no problems. And it should just work. Flick of a switch should work. The only thing we've got to be careful, it uses a lot of power, so we'll be using that midday when the sun's out, so we're creating plenty of power on the solar panels. But that is pretty important, obviously, because we need that more than anything.
Yeah.
But in worst situation, if that breaks, we have got a hand one, and you go like that. Every 2 seconds you do that. But that'll take, I think, an hour to produce one of them.
Right, okay.
Doing that, so that ain't...
And it tires you out as well.
Yeah, that's not really where we want to be, is it? So we need to look after this baby.
You've got emergency water as well, yeah?
Well, yeah, we've got 50 litres of emergency water. We don't touch that unless
it's really looking good.
Yeah, everything really gets grim. But I don't think we shouldn't get there. And the people who look after these for us, they're massively confident that we won't have any issues. You could check. We might have to change a filter, but again, that's simple. But even that, they don't predict we'll have to do that because it's all fresh now, ready to go. Yeah. So, all being well, that's simple as it gets.
Nice one. Thank you very much, Jim.
So, I wouldn't say particularly cool, but it's simple. This is a fuel canister. So what it is we mix up energy drink and put it into this, and it's a 10 litre tank, and that's the ration for all of us each day. So we're going to make sure that each of us consumes 2.25 litres a day of this specifically made energy drink. So what you have to do, get the energy powder, measure it out, and it takes 6 completely full little scoops of this to be added to the 10 litres that go in the tank. So the way that I'm actually planning to be able to do that is you have to mix it with water and then shake it up to get it to dissolve. So the scoops go in here, this gets half filled with water, shake it, dissolve it, then here's my funnel to pour that into there, repeat the process 8 times, and you've got 10 litres of energy drink, which is our ration for the day.
That's really cool.
And we've tested it and it worked. I'm pleased with it all.
What flavours you got? Blackcurrant and pomegranate?
We've got blackcurrant and pomegranate, and there might be an orange one as well.
Okay. Keep you going?
Yeah. We've also got a slightly different powder, which is kind of even more packed with energy, and you only make small quantities of that, and it's a kind of a recovery drink. But say if somebody is struggling with seasickness and not able to hold anything down, a swift shot of that energy recovery drink should be able to get some energy into them quicker than anything else might. So even if they can't keep it down for long, they'll get some energy. So that's kind of a fail-safe.
Okay, so looking inside here, we'll start at the very back stern of the boat. Okay, so inside here is our steering arm for the rudder, which is locked off somewhere at the moment. So somebody's got it locked off, or they have. And on top of that, we fit these things, which are called an auto helm. So, and we have 3 of these. So when we use these, we set the boat on a heading, and these try and keep the boat heading in that direction, so lots of little adjustments. The problem with these is that they're designed for yachts, which travel at about 7 or 8 knots. We're travelling at below 3 knots most of the time, so they work, but they have to work really hard, so they have a big chance of burning out, which is why we've got 3 of them, and we will swap them over regularly as we're doing that. So then I'll just close this off.
That way you're hiding all the snacks in there?
Snacks are everywhere. Yeah. Then as we come through the actual cabin itself here, so You can see here we've got all of the switch panels for the boat itself, and we've got the battery isolator switch. So if I flip that on, we can now see what we're doing. So these are our 2 lithium batteries, and this is showing at the moment that the our left battery number 1, is fully charged up, 14.2 volts, so it's not needing any charge at the moment off the solar panels. This one here, we've been using this battery this morning for running a few things. So this is currently charging off the solar panels at 3.2 amps. And once it gets back to 14.2, it'll stop charging itself. Then all of this switch gear is for all the components in the boat itself, so we can isolate just about everything on the boat, which is really important, because if we start to lose battery power, so if these go below 12 amps or 12 volts, then we have a problem with the batteries recharging, and it gets quite serious. So we then have to choose all the equipment we're going to turn off. So we turn off everything that we don't need, and we know that the water maker takes the most power on the boat, so we need to reserve power for that so we can make water until the weather recovers and we can start to charge batteries up again. So if I just flip on these 2 things there, okay, what I've just flipped on there is the VHF radio. So this is the VHF radio, so we'll use that. We'll talk on there to, we'll set that on, well, it'll be channel 72 that we're using at the moment for race safety, but I won't do thing at the moment, but just do race safety. Race safety is a clear course, communicate with them. That always monitors channel 16 as well, which is the emergency channel. Then next to that we have what is an important piece of gear, the Garmin chart plotter. So if it actually comes on, there we go. So this is where we are going to set our routes up. So a route is designated by what they call waypoints. So if you think of, we want to go 3,000 miles, well, we don't just go, we want to go from there to there and then off we go in a straight line. It doesn't happen like that. What we're trying to work with is the weather and our speed. So we will generally take like a curved route, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to row where the winds are best for us and not against us. So you split your route up into what they call waypoints. So you go, at the moment we've got 3 waypoints set into the navigation. The reason there's only 3 set in there is because we need to know the start. We need to set, the first one is at 34 miles away, the next one is at 88 miles away, and the third one is at 124 miles away. Now that will keep us going for the next 2 days. And as we see the weather change, we'll then get the next waypoints and the one after that. So we'll just be building as we go along, and then we'll be rowing towards those waypoints. And the whole design is trying to get us below bad weather, or if we're going to go through it, we know what we've got to do and how hard we've got to push. Obviously the best thing is if you can get the wind coming in from your stern and pushing you along, that's the best that you can do. We have that for about the first 2 days, but then it's going to turn really nasty. So we've got to try and row really hard to go south and get as south as we can to try and get below that bad weather. If we don't, we'll be on power anchor and stuck there maybe for a day or 2 days, going nowhere at all. So our first 2 or 3 days are critical, and we're going to have to row really hard. So great intro.
So you know, when you're not rowing, you're going to be in here kind of like also like calibrating all of this equipment as well.
Well, this is predominantly Gary and I's job. It's not just our job, because it's the whole crew's responsibility to understand where we're going and what we're doing. So Martin and Stuart, although Stuart obviously has difficulty seeing these things, on their iPad we've got a replication of what's going on here. So we've connected the iPad to this chart plotter, so they can actually see our routing on there as well, and our speed.
Just get this if you can.
In their cabin. And inside here you can see, I don't know if you want to get right into this chart plotter at all.
Yeah, I'm going to get it. So.
But that will be telling us, so it's telling us the heading we need to take, the distance that we've got to go to that waypoint, and obviously we're going for a point in the sea. So this is we're looking at 35 miles away for a point in the sea. We're not actually going to hit that. What we've got it set is that if we get within 2 kilometres of that, it will then move to the next waypoint and say, right, now you need to be going over there. And you can set that area tracking of where you want to be up to 20 miles or 30 miles. So some of the waypoints that we will have as we go along the Atlantic, we might be missing them by 80 or 90 miles. It doesn't matter. It's only when we start getting into Antigua that we've got to get very close to those waypoints to make sure we actually land in Antigua and not Barbados or somewhere like that.
Sweet, thanks, that's perfect, Chef. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Is there any of this that you're worried about?
Yeah, the first set, are we going in the right direction? Although we'll go out of the harbour okay and we'll carry on, we know we're going to head pretty much due south, so we're going to be going on a heading of 184 degrees, so that's pretty much due south, and that's where we know we're going to head up. We just keep going on that for 2 days, and we've got to keep going until we pick up the wind. There's like a jet stream comes between the islands, so Tenerife over there forms this massive wind barrier, so all the wind goes around it and this island, and for about 30 miles south of the island the wind is protected by what's happening around Tenerife, with a big volcano that's blocking it. What we want to do is we want to pick up, there's a jet stream comes between them like a funnel. We want to pick up that jet stream to get us behind and pushing us south, and then as it turns we'll be getting a northeasterly wind. So, and when you're talking about wind, when you say northeasterly, that doesn't mean it's going to the northeast, it's coming from the northeast, so it actually will push you southwest. Okay, so when you talk about wind, it's northeast means it's coming from that direction. And wind is measured in knots, so the speed of wind is in knots. So when we get onto that heavy stuff, we're going to be in winds of about 25 knots. Now 25 knots is 35 mile an hour winds. So you think about what happens in your garden when your furniture gets blown away. That's what we'll be looking at. And if the tidal flow is against that wind, that's where you're going to get the big waves. You're going to get like 6, 7, 8 meter waves that you're going to be going through and up and down, and they might be coming sideways. We call it, when a wave comes from the side, it's called beam on. So you might be getting the waves coming beam on, and you can see there's not much protection from the side, so a wave is just going to break over the side of it and you're just going to get absolutely soaked while you're rowing. So there's going to be some interesting stuff goes on out there. So going back to your question, am I worried about it? Too late to be worried now. We've done what we've done, we're here, we're going to do the best we can and enjoy it as much as we can. I'm going to keep looking at that little card that Amy did for me every day. We say just enjoy the moment and get on with it, so yeah, it'll be good.
That's perfect, thanks, Chef. I like on their boat where it says don't wish it away. I feel that's really important, like you can be so bothered about finishing that you actually miss the journey. So
well, the crew this morning, Generation Gap, we were talking to them, they did it last year. So they were saying they had this enigma that, of course, you want to win, you want to finish the race as fast as you can, but you've spent 2 years of your life getting to the point to enjoy that. So part of you wants to enjoy it and make it last as long as possible, and the other half, which is saying we need to get to the finish line. So yeah, you've got this contradiction in terms that you want to be able to enjoy the moments. And they said that 70% of their journey was really enjoyable. 20% was it uncomfortable in terms of the sores and things like that, especially the first few days. You get sore shoulders, knees, legs, all these kind of things. 10% was just scary and horrible. So you're going to go through those, and they were saying that they were pretty much in a horrendous storm where they had to go on power anchor on Christmas Day. So Christmas Day was spent in a torrential rain and storm on power anchor. So they had an unhappy Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Right, so let's have a look at that. Get back on there. I mean, you can't stop rowing already. Crikey, they're not even done anything out there. They're not out there before marina yet. So
I need to have a really terrible shot at my shorts.
Yeah, that there. So that will get Gary's bollocks coming back as a forward.
How cranked is it?
How what?
How much can you crank it back?
No more.
That is it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that does get about 2 foot above your head.
That's good.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for.
It's just that you might constantly get like a knee.
Yeah.
That's good for
You get it while you're actually growing, but
Because then you've got like 3 here. So you've got one on the front, one on the top, and then you've got this mount one as well.
I'm all prepared.
Present from my daughter and future son-in-law. Hello, Amy. I'm going to record you, I think, my own photo. That's going to do.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright, my badge putting it there. I am on a rowing boat.
GoPro start capture.
Start recording.
GoPro start capture.
Start recording.
GoPro start recording. I just checking. See, look, here she is. There is Amy rowing.
Oh yeah, easy work this.
She's going to be in the crew. Yes, please.
Show me again, Chet.
Oh, hello.
It's quite weird that he's just stroking my face on that, isn't it?
And lots of love for me and Gary. Like your brothers were on the radio this morning, did you listen to them?
One second, you, sorry.
You're literally like, I'm going for a run. It's like, you can do your interview then, you can go for a run.
How was your interview this morning?
Good, I think.
Was it?
Yes, done some of a prep.
Well, I
Anyone
think
would
so.
have thought I'd had some training or something.
With all that bloody money that's gone into it.
It depends what happens. Like we, so I burnt my hand on the flares, and so we had a bit of drama with that. So gave us actually our parents a bit longer to get down. But yeah, be really careful with the flares if you do flares at Bend.
Yeah, that guy said that, didn't he?
He showed us yesterday first, yeah, just be a bit careful.
Yeah, like I've got scars on my hand from it now. It was so painful.
Have you got one piece of advice?
One piece of advice.
Yeah.
To enjoy it. You know, you spent 2 years preparing or however long it is. Why spend it just complaining, arguing with your teammates? I just think, you know, make the most of it, really.
What was the coolest thing that you saw while you were out there?
The coolest thing was probably the bioluminescence at night. That was incredible, just to see as you're going along and sort of rowing through the water and just seeing it sort of light up and kind of illuminate like some sprinkled glitter across the water. And also flying fish, because I hadn't seen flying fish before.
This lady, she didn't want to see the 40th whale.
Yeah, exactly.
She said when she'd seen so many whales.
Do you want to
She was on the radio, and then somebody said, "Oh, I've seen a whale," and she went, "Oh, it's only another whale."
How do you think the lads are going to do?
Very well, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's biased though, yeah.
The last time they were training with me, they suffered a little bit, but I think they'll do okay.
So if they can get through a training session with you, they should be able to
do okay, yes.
conquer the Atlantic?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, it smells, yeah.
That's good aftershave, this, George.
Yeah, man. You just been to the meeting. It's good.
And
Hi, what's the family meeting?
Like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's really quite good, I thought. I think it's quite good, that.
Yeah.
Better than the cinema?
Ian asked a few questions.
No, not better than the cinema.
Thinking of joining next year. Oh.
Yeah, I just saw it and done the thing.
What did you ask?
I asked him if Stuart was going to break the world record, and he said,
yes.
I don't think so. I said, well, is anybody going to break the world record? He said, I don't think so. I said, how do you know that? He said, I'm afraid that they're not going to break the world record.
Because of the weather and whatever they
Weather,
do.
and he said, looking at the crews, no, there's not going to be anybody. So I did ask him who was the fastest, but he
said a 4 would be the fastest. Ian said with the 5.
Well, it wasn't last year though, was it?
And he said no.
That's what he said. Well, should be is what he said.
Yeah.
Chef, you got your pass?
Yeah.
So again, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, there was. I think it's. There are like the bubbleheads favourites.
How are they?
They are 4.
Yeah, they're 4. Yeah.
Well, they just pick on how old they are and what they've been doing.
Well, you just look at them. They're like,
Yeah, and I just look at them.
like
They're all
brick houses. Yeah, to start off, all of them.
Built like me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like them.
Go away, Mrs. Shepherd. Mrs. Shepherd.
Not working out how to do it now.
Yeah.
You're 17, do you know?
Wasn't. She was only 50 something.
This whole house has been redesigned.
It's so late.
You only left them for a
Well, the studio's been making soft porn videos when we've been here.
Right, Tanya, come
Yes.
show me what's here while I'm dealing with
Okay,
it.
darling.
Do it yourself?
Oh, just about to walk out the house to post the Christmas cards. They'll phone us in a bit. Julie and Joe. Do I need my glasses or my sunglasses? Right, these are the pictures right there. That's Dubai. Our New Year's party with Julie. River. D-Day.
What you got there then? Can you explain to me for the camera, please?
Tanya's given me some photos here to take on the boat. Just to make sure I really am proper homesick, I
He
think.
forgets how we are. Here we are.
Just
That's when you did the Celtic.
because I'm quite an emotional guy, so this is really going.
That's when you went with all his guys. All the Motti and a few of them are here today.
Shep on there, Gary,
Yeah,
Martin's on there.
Tony. Martin skiing and
Tony.
Baldy and a few others, isn't
yeah,
it?
Baldy. Motti's on there.
Yeah.
Rode it with us.
Celtic seat and then
That was
Steve Barrett.
That was massive at the time. Steve Barrett, then Moji.
Moji. There's you and your boys at home when it was Sam's prom. It was Baldy and Grassy at New Year. And you went out looking like James Bond and came back looking like bloody what's his name? Norman Wisdom. Jacket over the throat. Oh, I'm so wrong. And then that's Texas in
Spain, Roses.
where was that?
The city down there.
Yeah.
In Roses.
With Debbie and
on the front of it.
Debbie and Dave. That's the Easter parade we went to watch.
Yeah, Good Friday.
Yeah, Good Friday. You and Sam. That was on the way to Caddy Cares, that was. Then we've got Danny and Paulette who have come out, haven't they?
Yeah, they're here now.
Yeah, it's a fancy dress for Billy and Debbie France next door, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Me and Stu, Wizzle and Aunt Sally.
That was their anniversary.
25 years, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And me at work, rare occurrence. As Lynn would say.
That's you don't see
Oh
me.
yeah, take a picture because you're never there.
You don't see me now.
That's you on the day the boat left. Isn't it? That's the day it went.
Yeah.
And Gary took it down.
Martin's beer's looking good there.
Is that one?
That's with Dad when he sat in the old pergola on a sunny day and he was like, oh, I like it here. Remember he relaxed all out.
Yeah.
That's you lot on New Year's Eve. The rare time you
That
four
one
of you
down.
together.
Ray and the Ugly Brothers.
And Grandad, looking younger than any of you.
They're looking bad.
Tony and Kate and the kids.
And that was after Celtic Row, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the party, the after party. A lot of parties here. A lot of holidays. That's when you did the Great River Race.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's Motti, Baldy, Shep,
Oh, it'll be Foo, there'll be loads of them.
Foo, yeah, there's loads of them there. What's the guy that drinks his glass of wine?
Steve Harpin.
Steve Harpin.
He's rode the Atlantic, Steve Harpin.
Has he?
Yeah. Steve Harpin's rode it.
Yeah, that was good. That's us at the top of the Burj Khalifa. Dubai. That's in
You
the
can see it's in the
reception.
entrance hall now.
Yeah. Me and Gibbsy, my best friend, one up in Portugal. Doing cheers, we sent that to you, I remember doing that.
Yeah, I do know.
There's Barbie that got us together. God help you, Barbie. There's Sam and me. Barbie went to Aberystwyth to watch you come in, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's in Mallorca, holiday. Jonesy. We sent that to you when we were at the spa. The other way around.
Wow.
Pat Harris. At your party, your 50th. What was his name? Christian Salter. And that's the night in. Oh, it's Stubley. Pete Stubley and Steve.
And the pheasant.
At the fairs. Baldy with Orla.
He's just donated a grand.
Danny Carter and you. That was your farewell drinks.
Yeah,
Since ages ago now, isn't it? Yeah. And that's the night me and you got engaged. And we took the picture where you kissed me.
That's lovely.
Dearest Stu, look at these pics and smile. Stay strong, row hard, and see you in Antigua. Love you forever and always, Tan, Stan, and all of us at home. Gee, you got this boy all.
Thank you.
You do. Right. Now let's cut the hair.
Oh, well, you're going to show me what all these other things are, yeah?
What?
So I know, where have I put them? These.
Ah, right, okay. These are all the letters.
Oh, no, what's this? What does it say on here? Because Gary, I don't know whether he was joking or anything.
In case of emergency, your own
Go on.
your own hand job. But no, it's not rude. It's like me joking with you.
So look
But
at
no,
your
it's
hands.
good for your hands, yeah.
I've got,
Sounds hot.
Oh, strange, you got that for my hands and it's got some nut cream.
I did. I got some nut cream.
It is good
Squirrel
stuff.
cream.
Squirrel cream, nut cream or something.
Well, it should be. It's £8 for a pot. Like
I bet
that
you're a
size.
tiny bit in your finger.
It's not about the size, Tanya. It's,
Obviously, no, I agree there.
Tell you
Every time.
Tell you easy.
Big, little, small. I know. Well, there you go. Right, those are okay, but these are letters from home and people's at home.
So who's these for?
This is
me
for you.
or everybody?
This one's for you.
Right.
And it said this will be parted from you only till you arrive in Antigua. Stay safe, row well and enjoy, love us all. So these are day 8, New Year's Eve, my birthday, not that I'm at all pissed off, New Year's Day.
So they're the day 8?
Day 8, I've written on the envelope.
Yeah, well,
These
I
are
can't
from me
read
for
them.
you.
Oh,
No,
right,
but
I get
no,
it.
that's why I did it for the boys. New Year's Eve,
Right.
New Year's Day,
Yeah.
there's a message in each, and 1,000 miles to go.
Yeah, that's a good
Okay.
mess. So them ones all tied up for me.
Tied up are those for you.
Yeah,
And
let's
then-
just stop here. That's it, if I keep them, so if I remember day 8,
Yeah.
you've all got a good memory, innit?
Yeah. And they're all like they're for you because they're in
Yeah,
that.
so all these for all of us.
They're a bit of both. Right, so on the envelope it will say Stu, which is you, as in, because this is you.
Oh, because
Stu.
it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
This is to share, so there's a little thing in there to share.
So when do I open these?
Every day, any day, whenever you feel like it.
Right.
Team, so it's like a joke or something from people.
Who's these from then?
These are from friends, family. I put a like shout out to get some letters and notes. That's a share. That's a team. Team.
Yeah.
Team. So whenever you want to get an envelope, other than the day
Them
ones
ones.
that are thing, they're either team or a shoe. Team?
Was this your idea, Tanya?
Yes, it was.
Very good idea.
So that I could keep them motivated.
So these are off
Some of the
various
jokes
people.
are really shit though. Team. Team. Words of inspiration. Oh, this is good. This is apply when in need of a kiss. So it's something for your lip.
That's all
Yeah.
right. And another one.
And then you've got Stu, Stu R, Stu and Stu. So a lot of
So
them
is-
for the team.
So Stu's me.
You.
Really,
This is for you and the team. Yeah.
There's quite a few there, so
Yeah.
I'll settle down. I'll have to.
So you can use
Day
these.
8.
Day 8 is your first one from me.
When's day 8?
When you feel
20th.
stop feeling sick.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully that'll be day.
2.
Before that.
So day 8's your first day. And then you've got different ones, Christmas Day, and then you've got your own little package, haven't you? That I gave
Is
you.
somebody having a birthday while we're out there?
Yeah.
Really fast.
Unless you were really fast.
What package?
I gave you a with a St. Christopher.
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah, I've got
Yeah,
that.
and then I gave you oh, what's taking something else. What am I giving you?
You give them things all the time.
Hey?
Give them the things I've got to take.
Oh yeah, the things for the party. And then
Party, oh,
party.
what's that?
Yeah,
Party.
for your party, your beach party. And then I gave you something else.
That must be in that bag that I've stolen.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It was like a bit of a Christmas thing. I gave you a Christmas thing for the boat, for me and Dad.
Yeah.
And then I gave you a card and something for Christmas Day.
Oh, you give me 2 or 3
You've got
cards.
those, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got them.
Perfect. And then there's your hand job thing. And think of everything, Dan. And then.
Stu, if I go and get the light here, would I be able to ask you a few questions before you leave? Yeah. Alright, fine. Yeah.
Right, have you got a comb or anything, or am I just going to cut?
Oh yeah.
Oh, hang on, then they do it like that, don't they? And then they just do that.
Do you really know what you're doing?
Nope.
Oh no.
Doesn't look like it.
Have you had a good week, Stu?
Right now, stop. Listen back. Don't worry about dropping it away.
Where are you going on your holidays?
Alright, so Stu, how are you feeling about the race?
To be fair, Dan, I'm feeling a bit better today. I've been a bit nervous for a few nights, couple of 3 nights.
Yeah.
I was awake last night at 3 o'clock. I went the night before, most mornings at 4 o'clock. I have been going back to sleep, like, don't get me wrong, but oh, it's why here. But I'm feeling a little bit more relaxed now.
That's good.
Not totally relaxed, but
Like right now, relax because you're getting your hair done. Or...
Yeah.
I'm not relaxed about that bit, no. Fucking Jesus.
No pressure.
Right, sweet.
But no, I am feeling a little bit more relaxed, more excited now than nervous. I think it's probably.
Yeah, that's a good place to be for sure.
I know it's going to be. Watch my hair.
I'm fine. No.
It's going to be.
Trust me, I'm a hairdresser.
I know it's going to be hard work, like, but I'm up for that.
Yeah, I feel. Has everything gone how you thought it would go so far?
I think so. Yeah. It's all right. I just don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect this week or two we've had here. Really.
Yeah, I feel.
I think it's been. Yeah, it's been okay.
Do you have any idea as to what you think you'll learn from your trip?
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be a bit. Bring it home to you that there's life's more basic than you think, innit?
Mm-hmm.
We get too worried about work and silly things sometimes, don't we? So I think it's a bit like going back to basics, isn't it? Which, I mean, I've done a bit of walking, been away for a few days walking, and you get the same feeling. Then we went up Kilimanjaro, and the lads who were with us, these locals, they were ace. And you start realising in the morning they bring you a little bowl of warm water. They've had to find the water warming up, and you're really grateful for a little bit of warm water when you've been, out all day and night. And I think this will be similar. You'll start realising small things in life mean a lot. And, normally in life everyone's just aspiring to buy cars and houses and things, and you need it. You need them things to a certain extent, but that's not the best things in life. But you need it. If you got the simple things, if you're around the right people, them simple things are massive then, I think. So well that's for me. So if we're out there, if we're working as a team, which we will do, you really value your friends and people around you there. And that's the sort of thing I think is massive, and it lives with you for a long time. Well, the same, I value my friends and family more than anything. Whether it's because of my sight, the little bit of help they give me now and again is massive. They don't, they don't realise they're doing it sometimes or what they're doing, but it's a big thing to me. No, it is so. I'm quite an emotional bloke underneath, and you realise that things like we're doing, I think, make it more obvious and plain when you're doing things like this with people.
Yeah, it kind of exposes it.
It does, yeah. There's 4 of us, and we're all from slightly different backgrounds, but like Shep's is sort of, like being funny, one might say, he's a rich bloke, isn't he? Mm-hmm. But the basics of him are the same as me, and what we're doing, it's no importance of how much somebody's worth or anything like that, and he's got the right values regardless of his background like that, and we're going to be on a boat, and all them other things in life ain't going to help us now. It'll just be
how hard you row,
how hard we row, and how we look after each other. It's not just how hard I row though, is it? I've got to make sure I'm looking after them when I can, because it's just important that they're fit and able to sort of row and do things as me. And if I can't do something, they might have to pick it up and vice versa, and that's when it's the team that you think of, not yourself as well. So it's not, you know what I mean, now it's not how good a rower I am now, is it? That's going to be immaterial. It's how good a crew we are that's going to get us from here to the finish.
If there's anyone watching this who, like, because like for me and George, for example, we kind of see what you guys are doing and we find it very inspiring. It's like not to say that we'll go and row the Atlantic,
no,
but like our own kind of adventure. Like, could you kind of like say anything? Because like you've climbed Kilimanjaro, you're about to like row the Atlantic. Like, can you say anything to like the reason why you do this and to why you would also urge someone to want to go and do their own version of this?
Well, for me, that's what I said. It's probably, it brings the basics of life, brings them out in people. So you get, friendship gets massive. The people, you sort of appreciate people around you, and you do realise you can achieve some things that, like you said, I'll climb Kilimanjaro. When I started doing little things, going up the Wrekin was a big thing, then walking up Snowdon was a big thing. So, but when you've achieved something, it's a great feeling as well to achieve something. Even more so in a team, you create friendships that live with you forever. That's when some of the people I know, if you like, well, they've probably grown from doing things together. And again, sometimes the bad bits, I think, help you more when you are in a difficult place. When you sort of work together, it creates better morals in people, I feel. And just trying to achieve something as well. The old thing, we haven't done it yet, but just to get to this point at the start, we've worked together really hard. Yeah, well, that's not just me and the crew, but like Tanya, Julia, all sorts of other people who had to help us. Yeah, well, it's not just us four. Those, you know, our family has sacrificed not seeing us for nights and weekends and training, etc. So it's all the people around you, and it does. I think it brings a sense of achievement to everybody, even if you don't always actually achieve it, do you, what you're hoping to do. But if you have a go at it, it's that as well, isn't it? It's not just. It's not the bit at Antigua is going to be great, but that isn't the big part. The big part's trying to do it in my mind.
Yeah, the experience.
Yeah, what's been the experience, and that we've been out like today. There's friends come over and things. So the whole thing is, I feel it's a great experience for everybody. I mean, this is obviously quite a massive, long thing we've been doing, but you know, I'm not doing it to try and inspire other people. I'm doing it just because I love doing things like this. Yeah. But I do. It creates great friendships, and again, even with the other crews, which you sort of get to know other people with similar mindsets, aren't they? And they're not. You always, when you look at something like this, you always feel like the people doing it are superhuman beings who do things, but they're not. They're the same as everybody else. They probably just have a little bit of belief sometimes that they can have a go at it.
Like somebody had said to me when we got together, "Are you going to climb Mount TD?" And we did it, didn't we, together?
Well, when you wanted,
you've inspired me to do it.
No.
Yeah, but you have. You've given me the belief.
But that's something. But you are always able to do it. You just sometimes need a bit of confidence.
Encouragement.
Oh, we can have a go.
I'm not a very good hairdresser.
That's amazing. I doubt it's true, but like if I haven't asked you something and you want to say anything, like now would be a good time. So, is there anything you want to say?
Not while Tanya's here now.
What are you going to say? You're going to Jamaica.
No, but what I would like to tell everybody, whoever listens, is how grateful I am to all the people who've helped us. That goes right from, obviously Tanya's my number one friend, companion, lover, the rest of it. But you know, well, it's been hard for you, hasn't it? For
it hasn't been easy.
18 months, so I'd come home from work rowing, so I'm
cooking, cleaning, washing t-shirts.
But my father's had to watch
he's amazing.
Me and Gary do something that he's a little bit scared of us doing. He's worried about our safety. Right through to like all my friends who've donated money to charities, helped us doing things. People in Wellington, there's even like people over the park where we walk the dog, there's loads of them there who are sending us messages and encouragement, and it's just brilliant to have so much support, which, you know, when things are hard, my mind will drift to them because I appreciate that when you know people are sort of supporting you and keen to see you do well, it gives you a bit of belief that you can keep going, really. I don't know if we got much choice, like to keep going, because we've got to keep going.
You ain't going nowhere.
But it is, though, it's been amazing the support we've had.
That's amazing. I'm going to go let them.
It's amazing, really. I mean, I don't think, again, I'm no good, because I've got a bit of a side issue, probably makes exaggerated a bit, don't it? People think I'm even, I don't know, perhaps doing something more different. It's not that. You know what I mean? What I'm just trying to say is I'm no different to Gary, Shep or Martin, in my eyes. I think some people do feel a bit like that.
Good for people that don't.
2 minutes on that mine.
They do, well they do, don't they? Some people think that for some reason it makes me more harder. But sometimes I think it probably makes me a little bit more immune to the worries of it.
Well, from my perspective, it's like if you can overcome losing your vision to the degree that you have, you can overcome anything, honestly.
Well, possibly, because I think that was the biggest struggle in my life when I lost my sight. From being, when I was 22, 23, I felt like the whole world had stopped, if you like. Or rather, the whole world had carried on and it had chucked me off. Everything I was doing with my mates, playing football, squash, badminton, working, that just suddenly, within a space of 6 months, that ground to an halt. And it's not their fault, they carried on doing it, didn't they? I suddenly felt like I'd been took out of life, if you like. So it did take me, I reckon it was 18 months probably before I got to grips with what had happened and started rebuilding my life, I suppose. And then there's strange bits there. I had a social worker who took me to see a guy who'd lost his sight. And it sounds strange, I don't not to make this amusing, but he used to make baskets and that, wicker baskets. And I went there to see him, and he was a great guy, but he made wicker baskets, and I'd come away from there not knowing what I was going to do with me work life. I can remember thinking, I ain't making wicker baskets because I'm blind. I ain't tuning pianos.
That's what you said when you met me.
I thought, I've got to find a way to sort of do something not different, but I thought I ain't going to be the stereotypical sort of blind bloke. I'm going to start tuning pianos and doing something like that. I thought I want to stay in part of mainstream life, if you like. I thought even if it's something that I need more help, and technology was starting to pick up on it, so I started thinking, well, I thought at one point I could be a physiotherapist. I thought, I can do that, can't I, even with that limited sight. So I started thinking of things that I reckon is a bit of a mindset. I stopped thinking about what I can't do and started thinking about what I can do. And it wasn't long then before I started thinking, well, again, I like sports, but so I thought, well, I can run. Initially, I thought, I'm going to the gym, I'll run on a running machine. And I'm going to the local gym, I thought, I can work out what to do here. So then you start thinking, I can run. Then after a bit of that, I thought, well, if I can run, I can run on the road, I just need somebody to probably help me. Or initially then, I thought, well, I'll walk around places I knew, just suss it out, make sure there's nothing in the way. I thought, well, I know there's nothing there. Knew in my mind where I was going, I thought, well, I can run around that now, can I?
Except Binder.
That's the truth here. I used to be careful when I knew it was bin day on a Friday. I wouldn't go out and run Thursday night or
Let's go down bins.
Because some people would pull a bin out with them at back, which is what they do.
Wasn't there yesterday?
Yeah, so I used to dodge bin days for running. But then it's over years it escalates, and I started going down to the gym, which is it's a 10-minute walk. But then I started thinking, I'll go on my bike. So I thought I'll go on my bike, so I've walked down there, and I used to get the kids to bed and things, so well, I'll go, it's late on night, but I want to get down there quick. I need to go in the gym, I used to do some swimming and stuff, so I go down my bike. Again, after about 3 or 4 months, I knew where everybody park and things like that. I'm going down the road, not super fast like, but it only take 5 minutes rather than 10. going on the road. Somebody parked a car where nobody parked a car there in 12 months that I know of. And within like 5 yards, I thought, shit, I'll just sit in this car at the last minute. Handbrakes on, like when you're a kid, when you go over the handlebars on the front. I'm over the front, going, I've come, half fell off. I'm sweating this car. What the fuck are you parked there for? And then I stopped and thought, oh, well, he can park there, I suppose, can he? But so you start doing more and more then, don't you? You get dafter and dafter ideas. Well, they're not dafter ideas, but they're more
ambitious.
Yeah. And that's for me, just, I suppose, when your friends see you do something, they want to help you do a bit more, don't they?
Yeah.
That's for me. I mean, one mate told me, who does daft things like skydiving, anything walking. I went with him up Mont Blanc and Kilimanjaro and things. If I sat down with him and we got to have a drink, sit in the pub and we start talking about different things and something. He was skydiving. I said, fuck, I've always fancied doing a skydive on my own. I said, well, I can't really do it. And he used to do a bit of skydiving. Well, within a week, he'd been to his skydiving place. He's trying to see if he can find out a way with perhaps phones or walkie-talkies. I could do a skydive on my own and he could get some headphones and talk me down so I could guide me down. Guide me onto the right spot. And the bloke at the parachute goes, oh, I don't reckon we could do that really. And he spent weeks trying to convince these people that I'm a capable bloke and will be able to talk me down. But we never got there, they wouldn't have it. So we then started talking about doing a base jump.
Okay.
But to do a base jump, you've got to be pretty experienced parachutist really.
You are brave though, Stu.
So I thought that's a bad idea. we were thinking of base jumping off the Malau, I don't know how you say it, Malau Bridge in south of France.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought that's a good clear space to jump off. Well, I mentioned it to my father once and he was not very chuffed about that idea. Well, I wasn't when I realised you've got to be, I'd need to do some more parachute jumps for this.
I think what you said to the ticket though, you know, how you said that it's all about like focusing on what you can do versus what you can't.
Yeah.
Because both lists are very long, regardless of who you are.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know.
My list is no different to anybody else's. I don't think.
Yeah, it's just different. It's just it's just your list. Yeah, totally.
And what we're doing now, obviously, I couldn't do it on my own because of my sight, and I don't think I'd want to really.
Mm-hmm.
But as a crew of 4, I believe I'm as big a part of this crew as any other one. In the same way, I don't think I'm a bigger part, but I think I'm an equal, yeah. You know, I mean, I don't, because of my sight, I don't feel I'm a smaller part, but I'm a different part. And sometimes I do believe you need 4 or however many different people with slightly different qualities. Sometimes make a better team than 4 exactly the same people.
Yeah, it's true. The image I always have of stuff like that is like, you know, if you were surrounded by a pack of wolves, you'd be in the middle and you'd have your back to each other in a circle.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to make sure they have your back,
Yeah.
but then face your own direction, you know?
That's true, yeah. Well, again, that goes back to if you're looking after each other, you're looking after yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, facts. Hold the line.
Yeah. And if you're strong enough to stay there, you're a stronger group then, aren't you?
Well, this is it, mate.
Brainstorming.
Yeah. Nah, that's really nice, Stu. Thanks, man.
It might need longer to cook in other places.
I'm sure by the time we get to Antigua, nobody will know.
No, because it'll grow.
Do you know the difference between a good haircut and a bad one?
I thought you were getting interviewed, not have your hair bloody cut.
We was, same
We did
time.
both.
I said, you know, Dan, the difference between
Hang on.
a good
So
haircut and a
you're
bad
really
one?
going to go on a boat like that with us?
Yeah.
Looking like that?
Like a
Oh,
potato
sure,
head.
chef.
Fucking hell, it's like I've seen a sheepdog have a better go at it than that.
Do you know the difference between a good haircut and a bad one, chap?
I'm looking at it.
About 2 weeks, that's all.
I'm thinking of how warm it'll be, that's all. It's
We
not
have-
to do with fashion.
We've got a backup plan.
Yeah.
Martin's got a razor thing.
Yeah, so in the morning,
Worst comes to worst, we're going down
it's on the boat.
number 2 all out. You can't be on a boat, you have a bloody thing on the boat.
He has, he's got batteries he bought yesterday.
For what? A razor?
It's up there.
Hey?
Tanya, they're not very pleased with your hairdressing skills at the minute.
Well, I'm finished.
Yeah, I told them that.
It's not easy.
That's fair.
It's not easy. Yeah,
Could
exactly.
you
I'm
just turn
finished yet.
Turn that on for Gary, please, because he wants to watch the.
So how you feeling about everything?
I am feeling pretty good actually, because we were well prepped. Been nice having the family here for the last day and a half or so, and nice that they're really good about it. You know, the fact that they can be with them for a short period of time and then go off and have to do bits that we might be doing on the boat, or just a bit of chill time really now. So the next hour or so I'm just going to have to myself and just chill, and then we're out for a meal tonight, and then it's game on.
That's fine. So I know it's going to like be completely different from like me asking you questions at the end, I guess, but looking ahead, what do you think the main thing you're going to learn personally from this?
I think I don't know the answer to that, because until you learn them, you don't necessarily know you're going to learn them. What do I expect to really test myself with might be a better way of asking that question. I think, can I keep doing something when I really don't want to do it? Because you're going to get to that stage, you don't want to get up and you don't want to row, and am I going to be okay with forcing myself to do that? I'm hoping that I am, you know, because I wouldn't just be letting myself down, I'd be letting the team down. So it's about the fortitude to keep going when everything's against you doing it. So that's what I think will really test me, and that's what I want to find out, to be honest with you. That's why I'm doing it. I want to find out how much I can do and keep going, and not just have it on a plate for you.
Yeah, you've got to earn this for sure.
Yeah, you do have to completely earn it, and you can't even get over it. Like when we did the Celtic was a tough race, but you know that the end is 20 hours away from it, and you know after an hour that you're probably not going to have to get in there and row again for another 2 hours maybe, and it might be a bit cold and it might be a bit wet, but there's a finite limit to it. You know it's going to finish fairly soon. Whereas this one, you can't. Mine doesn't really think 45 days ahead. You know that I've just got through a 24-hour period, and then, you know, can you really contemplate another 44, 45, 46 days of that? I don't know. So we'll see. I think you just got to take each day and just work hard each and every day, and enjoy it as much as you can. You know, there's going to be things that are just going to take your breath away, I hope, and just memories that are things that will be so good you will not be able to describe them in a justifiable manner to explain how great they were. That's what I think I'm looking forward to see if I can experience that. You know, it'd be like an astronaut going into outer space for the first time and looking back at the Earth. You know, you can see the pictures, but if he's not seen it personally, it's different, isn't it?
Hard to fathom.
Yeah, so it's you're not seeing it through a lens, somebody else's lens. You're seeing it with your own eyes, and you're experiencing it with your own body. That's just going to be great. I hope it really lives up to that.
So the thing that like we've got, like, so speaking to George and Amy, the thing that I've kind of taken away from it is that we all collectively are like inspired from this. So what would you say to anyone who, not necessarily going to row the Atlantic, but what would you say to anyone in regards to like taking a milestone event like this? Like what would you say to like try and get someone else to do that, and what's the reason why you did it?
Well, the reason I've done it is because I want to know that when I die, I've lived my life to the full. You know, I've had a really good life so far, and long may it continue. I've been really blessed with, first and foremost, a wonderful family, and then I've had a very good career in business, and been lucky with parts of it and worked hard in it, but it's been very rewarding and very enjoyable, but nothing that quite leaves your mark on, did you put yourself to the very limit of your tests and endurance, and then say, yes, I made it through that, and you can put a point on it. You know, during your life things will happen and you know it's tough and you look back on it, but at that time you don't know that was it. I think you're reversing this, you know this is going to be it, and you're still willing to put yourself on there. So if I was looking at people to say, you know, to why and would you possibly do something like this? It doesn't have to be as big as this. It needs to, or could be something that is beyond where you think you can go. Now, for some people who don't go outside ever, it's to go outside and do something. It's beyond where your comfort, not just your comfort, but your very uncomfortable point is. If you can see something beyond that, and you can say, right, I'm going to go for that and do that, that is as big a challenge to that person as me rowing the Atlantic, as I see. So I think just look at where your life is and just say, that's something that I really don't think I could do, but it's possible.
I totally hear that. Do you have any mantras that you think you'll be like holding on to when things do get tough?
I've never been one for that really. It's, for me, it's all about digging deep, and taking it back to the thing that if you've got something really big ahead of you, you break it down into smaller stages, because the end game can be just too much. You know, you can't contemplate it, and you can overwhelm yourself just by thinking of the end game. But if you think of doing something in a short patch and getting that done and doing that well, and then the next one and the next one, and you build on it, it's like training for this. You know, I never on an ergo used to row 100,000 metres a month. You know, I've been rowing on ergos for 15 years now, and I've got every metre that I've recorded on an ergo, I've got a record of that I can look back on. And never once have I rowed over 100,000 metres in a month. And yet, when I started and planned it, I've rowed over 100 to 200 to 300,000 metres every month for the last 18 months nearly, since I decided that we're going to do this. Now, that is about applying yourself nearly every day to do something. And that's really the breakdown of steps. It accumulates into something really, really big. And that's the difference between setting an impossible target and setting a target that you can break down, I think.
I totally hear that. Is there anything that you kind of like want to say that I haven't asked you the question for, that you think you just want to like just get out in the open now?
I mean, I just want to say to Julia that I love you loads, and you haven't asked me that question, but you don't need to. And I'm really proud of what you do, and your milestones are very different to mine, but they're just as important to me as mine are to me as well. Whatever you're doing, you know, when you're going to run that first 5k or that 10k, that I will be so proud of you when you do that, as much as me rowing the Atlantic. And you know, for the girls, I'm just so lucky to have you two, you know, and George and Billy, but you know, the girls are just fantastic. I couldn't want for better children on that. In terms of any other questions, I don't think you've asked me how many minutes we're going to do the racing, but I haven't calculated that. You haven't asked me to repeat any of my dad jokes. I certainly understand why not. But no, I'm very content. I'm content with where we are now and the prep that we've done. I feel very close to the crew. I hope we're like that when we come out the other end of it as well. And there is always a danger of that. You know, we do occasionally have some personality clashes involved in the crew, and if that blows up, that could be a problem. But part of working as a team is to make sure we don't do that, and we keep it contained, and we get to the end and we're still talking to one another, and we've done the best job we can. You know, now this is a job. You know, when we switch off from family life at 9 o'clock tonight, then for me, I'm in the zone now of the race and doing the race and just thinking about that, and I'm quite good at not having distractions disturb me too much, so I'll be working hard on that.
Sweet, I think that's everything. Check.
Okay.
Nice one, that was awesome.
Right, here's to all the hard preparation
that's
gone on for the last 2 years, and it's a successful row. Stay friends, stay safe,
I'm sure,
and stay in the front.
Yeah, that's going
Cheers, Dan. Thank you.
Cheers, boys.
Shep.
Cheers,
Stu.
cheers, Eric.
Cheers, Martin.
Cheers, Dan.
Right.
Make every stroke count, boys, eh?
That's why he does it, Dad. That's what he does when he goes to bed. Thank you.
Come on, only 3. So you feeling?
Pretty good, Dan. Yeah.
That's good.
As good as normal.
That's pretty good then.
It is, yeah. Sometimes I woke up, I'm good.
There you go. Would you say you're more nervous or excited?
About the same, Dan, really.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm nervous. I must be a bit nervous, but I don't think I am. Excited. Just excited. Just want to get going, really, now. As soon as we want to start. It's been a long time to get here. Getting on the move. Getting them first strokes and across that start line.
Yeah, trust me.
So, yeah, looking forward to it now, Dan. Real good.
The one thing I would say is that watching you guys, it's quite inspiring. It's kind of like made me not necessarily want to row across the Atlantic, but it's made me want to like do something like this.
Yeah.
So what would you say to like people who like, I don't know, just kind of like taking that as like the source? Like, what would you say about this? Like, what inspired you to do it?
What inspired me to do it?
And what would you say to people who you think like want to do stuff but don't actually get stuff done?
If you want to do something, just go for it. I've done a few. Stuart's had me doing a few things, and it's always a pleasure to do, and it's always a pleasure to do with him. But it's there, and things can be done. And it proves it the way we've gone along the last 12-18 months. I didn't necessarily think I was going to be at the start line till this time last year. I wasn't feeling too good, and definitely wasn't fit, and didn't think I was going to get fit. But yeah, I got fit. So it's been real good, Dan. It's been a good journey. Hey, if I can get there, everybody can get there. So it's a journey there for everybody. So it's wonderful.
What would you say? What do you think you're going to learn from this experience? Like, I know you've learned a lot already. When you're at the end of it, what do you think you'll have learned at the other end?
I should tell you, in hopefully 45, 46 days, these lads are looking at 50. I'm looking a bit shorter.
Yeah, there we go. Bigger strokes.
And I should be pushing for that.
Yeah, there we go.
As much as we know we're not racing, the aim is to get to the end.
Let's get there quick.
Friends, but in my head, I've got 46, 47 days. If I can achieve that in my head, it'll be a real good goal.
Is there anything you want to say to like? Is there anyone you want to thank, or anything you want to say just to like your family at home?
Thank these lads for inviting me and being on the journey with me. But my family and everybody at home, all my friends. I've got a lot of friends at home, and they're very supportive of me. So it's real good, Dan. I'm a very lucky person, really. The people I know at home and the people I've got around me. Very lucky. Some people probably haven't, but I've been very lucky, Dan, all the way along this journey. The people and everybody. So there you go, Dan. We're here.
Thank you, brother. Nice. We're here. Exactly where we need to be. Sure. I mean, whenever you give me the nod, I'll be good to go.
Oh, I was going to say, I did done it just before he came. By the time we get down as well, so she'll make it.
might walk up and meet her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him.
Which step? You come down the big steps?
I assume that's Sue.
I mean, you're walking all the way up to the hotel.
I will though. I don't like walking on the road. I am a dad.
I think you are my 21 person, my 21 team.
Oh, we're only 19. You said it's 21.
19.
Can you do 21?
We made 21.
Oh, we can.
We made some press, but we thought you should have dinner all together. Oh, okay, my friend. You will win a premium with this one. Okay. Would you like to start with
I think.
TJ?
My boy, you okay?
Welcome to everyone.
Send me a seat.
Yeah, man, will do.
Good evening and welcome to everyone.
I'm sitting next to your mother.
That's great.
Want to go there? Go there. If you want to go in the middle, you want. Go in the middle. Sitting there. Cool. Come on here, Tim.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, let's let Dad sit there then.
Yeah, I'm going to sit there.
Okay.
Come on, Tim.
Yeah.
Come on, Tim.
There's Dan and Paulette. Dan and Paulette as well.
Yeah, so Dan.
Stu.
We can always shift.
Stu?
It will be, won't it?
What's going on here then? What are we
Just have to wait for professional prisoner 9.
You guys too.
Excuse me, quiet. Please.
Let me just see if I can do it. So I received a message earlier today. Some people in Wellington want to wish them well. So here we go. It's to Stuart, Gary, Martin and Stuart. We wish to send you off with good luck and lots of love and good old Salopian spirit. I'm hoping this will work. There we go. Let's turn up the sound. There you go. Tony.
Is this Tony singing by any chance?
Yeah. Can you turn the sound on?
Who's Tony? Who's
there it is.
Oh, blimey! Oh, wow!
Spec Saves, no student.
Show David Brackett Cafe.
Is this one?
Wellington Arts. That was group. A woman post, you know, a poet. Yeah.
Oh jeez. Let's go.
Little green car.
Yeehaw.
You. This is what's saying quite.
Tony's now. Jeez.
This is Tony from Wellington Butchers.
G'day Tony, is it? Bloody Tony, mate. Can you send me that, please?
Junkyard far away, all away, east away, down the Wrekin.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Do you know who that is, mate?
I
Thank you, Lynn.
Okay.
For the next 20 years.
Right, come on.
What are you having? Some red wine?
I think you got right.
Special welcome in La Gomera, my friend.
I'll try some in that case then.
I won't know a lot of
Do you believe you trust me? I'm middle from Tenerife, middle from La Gomera.
Thank you. Lasagna.
Oh, is that mine?
Will do, thank you.
Cheers, mate. Yes.
Normal one. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Well, thanks for all your support as well. Thank you. All right, well, thank you. I better go because
Zara. Say hi to Gail, Zara.
Gary's there and all. Gary's there. He said thanks to the row machine.
Thank you. Back now.
Alright, it's Lynn. Toasters with one of the toast Lynn. Lynn's one. I've only got one.
You got that motivational quote yet?
Dave as well.
Come back to me. Give me a minute, man.
You've had all day.
I do appreciate it. Hang on, I'm going through. Stu, your note starter. Yeah, so
Excuse me, family. Some peppers are arriving. Some plates, sharks, some starters. You need some
Do you have starter? Sorry. Do you want to share mine? I'll shout to one in thirds.
Another one for you, sir.
Garlic bread. Oh, sorry, no.
My man, he knows straight there. Most delicious. There's different corners, no?
I think I'd like to come out here next year as well and watch the next lot of rowers.
There's a lot of there's a lot of rowers have come out that did it last year actually.
Must be nice being here, not having to row.
Yeah, not be like having to
Yeah, it just feels great not having to row.
Probably, yeah, probably really good. Just come out and watch everything going on. Have a few minutes to like,
December in the sunshine.
Sunshine.
And make it a day. Not staying in the Parador though.
That's a yes.
Well, I suppose the rooms are okay.
I like being there. Had an hour by the pool this afternoon.
Did you? Good.
Got some bottle of wine and some soda water. We had white wine spritz. I went on my
No, it's all been really like if you need something, people help out. And, yeah, Yeah, it's been.
not sort of that kind of race, I suppose, is it really?
No, it's a challenge to the person and the crew, and yeah, there are crews that want to win. So you've got like the Bubbleheads, you've got Swiss Raw. I don't think Shaw and Partners will win it. They're big lads though, so you don't know. Might do. But yeah, I think Swiss Raw and the Bubbleheads are the ones that have kind of put themselves at the front of the fleet. Say we're going in to win it. Especially Swiss Raw, they've said we want to win it. They are, yeah. Yeah, so it's the overall winner, the first female crew back, and I think the first pair back might be. Or it might be the first solo, I don't know. Doesn't matter, because I'm not going to get anyone of them like that.
That doesn't matter though. We just want you back.
It doesn't want to win.
Well, what you could do is, when you're nearly in Antigua, throw the other three overboard and then come in on your own and say, I'm a single.
I would so know that.
Well, it's not a camera, this is it, but we've been swimming underneath all the boats, putting little lead weights on them and little anchors.
Very good idea.
Yeah.
And identifying as women.
Sorry?
You've been identifying as women
yes,
as well.
We reckon that because now they've extended the prize, last year it was just the first boat home won a Bremont watch as well. They were about £5 each, so they got one each member crew. But they've extended that to the first team home, the first ladies home as well. So we said we're going to identify ourselves as women. The problem is we probably still won't win.
And then you'll need your passenger. Are there any fours this time? Oh, that was theirs.
That was the boat you were going to have.
Yeah, the
They
boat that
bought
they've
it
got.
that
On the back of it's got Crusader. That was the boat they bought it the day before.
Wow, paid for it. Actually, they haven't paid for it. They bought it, but not paid for it.
Well, they paid the deposit on it. So they got there ahead of us. And that was a really, really well equipped boat, that was. Well, in fact, no, they haven't bought it. They've hired it. So I think they've had to pay.
They do like a lease, don't they?
£45,000 to lease it.
Why would you do that? And then they won't make you back all that because they can't then sell.
That's correct.
Really the whole cost of the boat.
Well, it's not with all the equipment on and all the training that came with it. So if you excluded the cost of our boat, which we get back, this will have cost us about 55,000-60,000 quid to enter between the four of us.
Every hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have 1, 2, 3, go.
You very involved?
Oh, Oxtail, that's mine. Thank you, yeah.
You will get another photo.
Yeah.
And I have a roasted octopus portion.
That's Martin.
That should fill you up for a day.
Get some meat down here before you go get some protein.
Bisto.
Dicky belly tomorrow.
That'll be nice in the bucket, boy.
Actually, is that the before or after?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, mate.
It's a lovely plate, but you will enjoy it if you use your hands. Okay? So knife, it's only the procedure.
Okay, thank you.
So. Hi.
Beef tenderloin with 40 fruit sauce. Beef tenderloin for the boss. I need something else. Big guys. I made it in medium rare. You need more. Somebody
My arms are tired nowadays, Gary. I'm all burnt out, mate.
Canary potatoes, family.
I ordered that.
Don't worry.
Oh, one is down.
Yeah, so Tim's doing all our weather routine, so which is fantastic.
No, he looks good.
I am quite sure of myself. See what I know. And next time someone sees me, look alright. No messing anyway, now it's not going to be in my eyes, is it? Or anything?
No, we haven't got to
You
do
know, bother.
Give it to me.
Right.
Start on that example, that's all.
What date was it? I ordered some fabric.
And we have to go south of that way.
Oh right, miss it.
So we're not allowed to put the corner. Musket is the one in us.
You've got a for the spectators quite difficult because you've not gone through all the courses trying to stand the routes and things. And so when they go, look like they're going the wrong direction, as long as they're not going away from Antigua that way, it's probably right. I've been on loads of family WhatsApp groups. They go, why are they doing this? Why are they going that way? What are they doing? Everyone else is going that way. It's like they're doing this because of. So kind of.
Don't know where to sit. Don't know where to sit. Yeah. We'll be leaving tomorrow at what time are you going?
11:22.
11:22. Nobody be late. Especially not you four. We all are really proud of what you've done. The momentous effort it's taken to get here. I think when you started almost 2 years ago and thought about this, you certainly didn't think you'd need 2 boats to get here. Probably, are you the only crew who's had 2 boats?
We won't be.
You won't be the only crew who's had 2 boats, but you only crew who's had a chance to get 2 boats. Some other people might need another boat.
An Irish crew have lost a boat.
Oh, have they? Really?
Yeah.
Right. We hope that when you leave tomorrow, you have a trouble-free road. All of us together would like you please to be ambitious, determined and competitive, which I've rode with all 4 of you and all sorts of stuff. I know that you can easily do what you're going to do tomorrow. There's no doubt in my mind that you can do that. I've seen you do stuff before. All of you have got that edge, so do it for us and do your best, right? While you're out there, please look after yourselves. Each one of you, look after yourselves. Look after your boat. We've already had one. Look after the boat too. Look after all your gear. Remember what the guy said about a nice shirt for when you get back. We don't want no tea stains or like or anything down your shirt when you get back. But mostly, please look after each other. No one else. We can't help you anymore now. You have to look after each other. Keep an eye on your friends. If something looks wrong or doesn't look right, look after them. Remember that. Please be honest. Half of these things were missing up on the thing, but I promise I wrote this before. I came to the briefing. I did. Yeah, I did. Please be honest. Please be understanding. Please be loyal to your friends and your family. Please be kind to each other. Please be tolerant. Please be forgiving when one of you does something that not everybody else likes. Please remember to forgive them. Because you've got nowhere else to go. You're stuck on the boat, so there is nowhere else for you to go.
3 times a day.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. One more little thing that I didn't write in this card was what I thought was. I think Martin is taking hair clippers. Are you not, Martin? Hair clippers on the web.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I did think was, if before you got in, Gary, if you had your hair cut, you'd be the only person who looked like he did it before he got there, and looked like he hadn't done it when he got back. But most of all, have a great time. When there are moments that you can enjoy, make sure that you savour and enjoy each little moment that you have out there. There'll be bad times, but there'll be a lot of good times. So together, I think your little team meetings you're going to have, enjoy the little team meetings, enjoy what you've enjoyed that day, and most of all, make all of your sponsors and all of your family and all your friends, make us all proud. And have a great time! Favouritism, I just gave Stuart at home and I never gave anyone else at home. Gary, I didn't mean what I said about your hair. I know you were. I know what you're right. Not quite up to the standard of
They all said, can I make myself
That's our weapon router,
To Dan, the man that's been built.
I'm going to see you tomorrow.
Depends what the tide is, unless you're like 7 or 8 foot tall.
In the room. What's that step? He said, watch your step. We don't want you falling over the step, my dear friend. See you tomorrow, anyway. We'll see you tomorrow. You're not going yet. You're not going yet. You're not going yet.
See you. We'll be on
I know, but yeah, 9 o'clock. Actually,
you come back to your apartment?
No.
I'll free hat.
Yeah, Mum's going to bring it.
Okay. See you in February.
See you in February. January. No, we'll wave at you tomorrow.
January.
Okay, January, yeah, we'll see you in January. Yeah, oh yeah.
I love you. I'm so proud.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get out of here.
See you in the morning.
Sleep well.
Yeah, give him a minute or two.
Find out the name.
Give him a couple of minutes. Well, if you are going, mate.
Martin went a little while.
Did it? Oh, he's looking at you anyway.
Sit back down.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
We'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, brilliant. Enjoy yourselves on the way.
We might. Wellington. Yeah.
Somebody else can give the kiss.
I'll be on the top.
No, you probably won't be.
And you're back down
Yeah, you work, baby.
When we walk from home, we usually there because we say we'll do it.
What's that empty glass, George? Empty glass.
We need another one.
We're on the drinking team.
Gin and tonic, please, Daniel. Thank you. Lovely these are.
Hi, Mummy. Do you know what? Come over here, darling. We'll do
Why not? He's fucking do some little, I can't. That's it. It all makes sense now, doesn't it? Oh mate, good luck with it all. Thank you. I'm really there for you all. Thank you. You'll smash it. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. There's a little bit of doubt in everything. No doubt in my mind, mate. No doubt in my mind. But I'm not doing it, so you know. You'll smash it.
See you in a bit, Stu.
Thank you. Yeah, you've been to the Turkish bar then? I'll see you on the boat. Yes.
Good night, mate.
Hopefully get a good start. Yeah, of course.
See you later.
I'll be there.
Good night, Martin.
I'm getting rid of this tomorrow.
Throw it away.
For a month and a half.
There we go. That single mask? But that lasts for a month and a half?
Sorry?
That one mask for a month and a half?
No, I've got loads.
Oh.
I won't need a mask for a month and a half.
That'd be nice. A nice break.
Nice.
Yeah, Chloe doesn't exist there. Maybe you'll be cold though. Maybe keep it if you get cold. Yeah, it is warmer.
It does,
An inspirational quote.
No coxing. Don't let them let you steer on the way out. Right, no steering on the way out of the harbour. Okay? You're not steering. You're not steering. You're not steering. The new kick. Right a bit, and Gary shouting left a bit, right a bit. And then
Gary's got full side.
Can't go wrong with the
Good night. See you in the morning.
tunnel. Isn't it? You're not going, are you?
Yes, certainly will. I bought me members later.
Yeah, well done.
Blimey, those oranges.
Yeah, they were.
I thought he slept longer. He's got enough bed every hour.
I bet Dan.
I got up, he was flying his drone.
I bet
Dan.
Dan.
I said, what, in the bedroom?
I bet Dan was flying his.
It might have been.
Dan, were you flying the drone this morning?
That was my vibrator.
You were, weren't you?
I mean, nah.
I just thought he was flying a drone. He was doing that. He was about 5 o'clock.
Just for the camera, simulate what it's like being in the cabin, two of you.
I'm coming up to him.
Very tight.
It is.
Yeah.
How'd you sleep?
Quite good, Dan, actually. I wake up 4 o'clock. I went back to sleep though.
Sort of. I'm going to wake every day at 4 o'clock. I think that's that.
I woke up at 5 and I went back to sleep.
Were you in the windowsill though?
No, I was on the windowsill.
So you made it to bed?
I was in bed today, just about, yeah.
Brilliant.
Shep's going to wake me up every morning with a cup of tea.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, breakfast on my shift.
That was good, that little video Dan they did, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was cool, man.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Nice.
You see that other one they sent?
Which one?
That was a different one, wasn't it? Was that the same one?
Which one?
That Tony sent.
I think that was just Tony singing, wasn't it?
Oh, that's just another one. The lad, the butcher, done it.
Oh, nice.
His own version of it.
It's cool having a theme tune.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
If I can have a couple of minutes, sometime down, I'll just record something.
Say again.
If I can have a couple of minutes with you after.
Yeah, of course. Just let me know. Let me know. I'm ready. Just packing my bag and I'm good to go.
Oh, I gotta go in.
See you later, boys.
Okay.
We'll see you at the finish line, yeah? We'll clap you in. Clap you in, boys, don't worry.
Legends. See you later. Good luck, guys.
Good luck.